What's up, y'all? Yeah, that's not embarrassing at all. I got my trash and lunch sitting on my bed. Here we are.
Halloween is supposed to be a fun time. Unless you've been hit hard in a car wreck, then it's your worst nightmare.
Say hello, Ben.
Turn your car wreck nightmare into a good dream. A new better than ever club sandwich with a bigger, crispier, juicier fillet, bigger pickles, more mystery sauce.
What's up?
Kind of a big fan. Try that bigger, crispier new club sandwich combo for $5.99.
Big game today, big game. It almost got bigger than it already was. Washington lost to New Orleans today. There for a while, even at the end, it looked like they might win that game. If they had won that game, it would be 3-2, which would open us up for the possibility of having a tie for first place if we was to lose today. Washington won. Even though Washington lost, it's still a really big game because we're 3-1, Giants are 1-3. So if we lose, then we would be 3-2, and they would be 2-3. They're only one game down with
and lead the NFC East.
all this time
for
left.
the Giants to build on that win last Sunday, and for the Cowboys trying to continue this roll. Dallas won 7 of the last 8 against the Giants. We're glad you're with us.
I tell you what, man, I need this one today. I need this one today. Longhorns broke my heart yesterday, man. Absolutely broke my heart.
And out to the 25, it will come, and now we will welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Joe Buck along with the Hall of Famer, Troy Aikman. We're going to talk about the Giants when they get the ball on offense. Let's focus on the Dallas Cowboys, and boy, they can beat you in a lot of ways right now.
Hell yeah, we can. Joe Buck knows.
Since week 1, no one has run the ball more than the Cowboys have, and they're averaging 200 yards a game. So they've been very effective. Ezekiel Elliott has just gotten better and better with each passing week. Here's CD Lamb on the outside.
Not a bad way to start.
Today. We welcome in a new audience. I'm assuming it's the audience that just watched the Green Bay Packers win in overtime over Cincinnati. What a game that was. Packers now 4-1. Their win streak continues. That's what the Cowboys are trying
Dak
to
is second in the NFL in completion percentage, 75.6. Oh, he gonna win comeback player of the year. I would love to hear anybody explain to me why he's not.
So third down coming up for a team that is tied for third in the NFL, converting there at 50%, and right back to the line they go. And to Elliott, he's got it, and then some.
That's a funny story. I was gonna wear Zeke today after the big game that he had last week, and I got all my Cowboy jerseys in my closet. They're all hanging up right next to each other. And I was like, "Well, we'll wear Zeke today." And I just saw like the two right here, and I just grabbed it down, and then I seen the back that said Smith. I'm like, "Fuck, well, I guess I'll wear Emmett instead of Zeke. I already got it down." But I was going to wear Zeke today. I'll wear Zeke next week. I was going to try to honor Zeke today after the big game he had last week. But never a bad time to honor the NFL's all-time leading rusher. And you can take pride in the fact that he's a Cowboy.
He's playing great out of left tackle. He sure is. He's playing as well as any left tackle in football. And then, of course, their right guard, all-pro Zach Martin. He's doing again this year what he's been doing his entire career. They hand on 2nd and 10. It's Elliott.
Man.
Up the gut.
Terrence Steele was putting in work, y'all. This is a guy that fans were about ready to riot when Lyle Collins got suspended and Mike McCarthy said that we're going to roll with Terrence Steele. People were ready to lose their minds. I was one of them. After the year that he had last year, he didn't look really good in the preseason either. It's like, man, I don't know about this. Coaches must know something we don't know. They must have seen something in practice that we're not seeing. And seems like they did because Terrence Steele has been playing. To say that he's been playing above expectations doesn't even describe it. And there's an interception. Batted at the line. Picked off. I couldn't see who it was. Carter.
Knocked it into the air and gets the interception. As McCarthy looks at the replay, big play by this Giants defense early.
So Dak's got 3 picks this year for sure. That I guess you could probably argue that one was on him. Maybe should have got the ball up higher, but I don't really know where he was going with it. That might not have been an option. That's just a good play by the defense there. He had the one.
What's so weird about him? He didn't have a workspace. The Chevy Silverado with the available multi-flex.
He had the one where
find new adventures.
I think it was CeeDee Lamb or Michael Gallup ran the wrong route on him. And the only guy that was there where the ball was thrown was the defender. And then he had the one that bounced off of CeeDee Lamb's hands. I guess it was.
Nice. Are you taking an ECG here? And you're taking one here. Are you taking an ECG at a birthday party? Hi. How'd you sleep? And why are you checking your blood oxygen level? Oh, there's your answer.
Oh, yes. Someone has a question back.
Hello. Hi, Carl from Waukegan. I was just wondering about your Caesar Sportsbook app. And I did
if you're a Longhorns fan like me, you're very tense right now. I can't handle having my heart broken twice in one weekend.
Yes, Carl. Okay. Only Caesars
that was
is
just
going to be able to give you Caesar's
ridiculous yesterday. I don't know who would beat those guys, man. I really don't.
Global clothing consumption has doubled.
All right, Cowboys.
We can change that.
And I said in my pregame video, if you watched it, that a lot of people was overlooking this Giants game. I've had people saying, Cowboys by 60. Obviously, that's a joke, an exaggeration. Just trying to be funny. But they do think it's going to be a blowout. Maybe not obviously by 60 points. But a lot of people think that this game is just going to come easy for us. Like, all we got to do is just show up to the game and the win is going to be there. And all we got to do is pick it up. And we have the talent, and we outmatched the Giants on paper to be able to do that. But I said the team can't go into this game with that type of mentality. That's what a lot of the fans were having.
It's a good thing he was able to deflect that. He makes the interception, but if he doesn't get his hands on this ball, there's nobody out there on the flat with Ezekiel.
Oh yeah, he was tossing that to Zeke.
The first down, but he does more than that. He gives the ball back to this offense with outstanding field position.
All right, Danny Nichols, let's see what you got.
Just their third pick by the defense. Here in the early going of the
Danny
season,
Nichols.
hand off this to Barkley, and Saquon on first down gets 4. Dak Prescott,
Barkley's a beast, man.
had 7 touchdowns, no interceptions.
You can't even hate on Saquon, even though he does play for a division rival. I wish he played for somebody else so I could actually cheer for him. That's like a once in a generation type of talent right there.
Better and better and better. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He keeps it. And took it.
We're still missing Dorrance Armstrong. We're still missing Neville Gallimore. We're still missing DeMarcus Lawrence. So this defense continues to grow and play a little bit better every single week. And I think that they're just going to skyrocket once we start getting guys back. We got Keanu Neal back today. I believe. Micah's playing back at the linebacker spot. I like him on the edge. I don't like him on the edge all the time. He's not a very big guy. And you have a lot more chance to get hurt coming off the edge than you do playing back in a linebacker. So, yeah, he's dynamic on the edge, but number one, you get tired fast because, like I said, he's not a very big guy. And number two, we cannot afford for him to get hurt. All the praises that we've all been singing about this defense, number 11 is a big, big part of that. If he goes down, that's
if he does his job, we may not see Andrew Thomas today.
Protect myself there. Nope. Overthrown.
Which typically is hard to do. 3rd down and 5 coming up. This is the secondary that's been aggressive. You got Anthony Brown out there, double move by John Ross. He's got so much speed. We saw it on Sunday, his action that he was able to finally get into the game and play. They want to try to attack these corners, especially Trayvon Diggs, who's having an outstanding year.
It's a big 3rd down right here, defense. Hold them to 3. That's not a give-me field goal either. They might miss that if you can hold them here.
Diggs up at the top of the screen. On 3rd down, Jones.
Randy Gregory trying to get to him. Nope.
Incomplete for the rookie, Kadarius Toney. It's 4th down.
That wasn't Daniel Jones' fault. He just dropped it.
But that's a shame for the New York Giants because you're not going to get more.
Tony got to catch
Tony
that.
does an excellent job of coming back down.
I know it was kind of behind him. He had to turn and adjust the ball, but you got your hands on it, man.
The ball's coming in on you pretty hot, but that's could have been a better throw, but it's one that Tony is a young player. He's coming off a good game on.
That's a testament to a good defense right there. That's something that last year's defense did not do enough of. When the offense turns the ball over or have a 3-and-out or whatever, can you count on your defense to step up and not make you pay for it? No good. Not only did they hold him to a field goal attempt, they held him to a long field goal attempt, to the possibility that they might miss it. I said that before he kicked it. If we can hold him right here, he might miss it. Sure enough, he missed it. So basically, we're starting the game over. Cowboys going to have the ball again. We got the ball first, so we back on the go again. Both teams have had a chance, and either one got anything out of it.
Including the iPhone 13 Pro with its amazing camera. Like
what's up, Bones?
Learned a new hobby, or welcomed a new family.
Hey,
They're on dogs. So
anybody that's here that's a regular watcher of mine, that I've got some people who come here every week to watch this stream. Bones is one of them. 2 Real is one of them. I can't remember them all off the top of my head right now, but so next week on Sunday is the NASCAR playoffs race at Texas Motor Speedway's first race in the round of 8. There's a possibility that I might be going to that race. I don't know for sure yet. If I do go to that race, there's still going to be a live stream, but it might be. I'll be picking it up like in the middle of the game. I won't be live as soon as the game kicks off. But I will definitely be here, maybe like right before halftime, right after halftime, stuff like that. If I go to the race, if I don't go to the race, then obviously I'll be here as normal. My boy got a chance. I gotta move this fucking up and off my wall. It's too hard to hang that hat up all the time. Sucks when you're a fan of so many different things when they're going at the same time and it conflicts and you gotta pick which one. Just for the record, I will always pick the Cowboys over just about anything. The Cowboys play at the same time as the Stars, the Mavericks, or the Rangers. I'm watching the Cowboys games. Unless I was going to say unless the Stars are in the playoffs, but NHL playoffs, football is long over by the time the NHL playoffs start. So,
Cowboys have it for the second time after the missed field goal.
If the Rangers win the playoffs, I probably would watch that game, but I would be flipping back and forth.
Elliott tries the right side.
Or I'd have one game on the TV and then one game on the computer.
Jackson on the stop on carry of 6. this Giants defense. They come up with a big play on that opening possession. They're unable to capitalize.
Zeke seems like he's running more frustrated every week. Seems like every week he gets harder to tackle. You wouldn't think that. You would think that it would start to wear on his body and he'd be starting to feel it. But it's almost like the Incredible Hulk or something. Every week, it's like he absorbs those hits and absorbs that punishment like radiation into his body, and it makes him stronger in some kind of way. It's like the more you hit him, it's even harder to bring it down. And I know he's out to make a statement this year. He's out to tell people, y'all can doubt me. Y'all can. Like I said, Zeke was averaging like 4.5 yards a carry last year, and we're talking about that he was missing his starting quarterback. He was missing damn near his entire offensive line, and he averaged 4 yards a carry for the year. And we're talking about he was a bad year. We got to see if he can bounce back this year. That tells you the dynamic type of player that Zeke is, what we expect out of him, what we expect to get from him. So
that catch that came out early. You think it's coming back?
Legal formation, offense. Number 89 covered up.
All right, bring it back.
Eligible receiver number 66. Flag penalty. First down.
So that is a loss of 15 yards of field position. The 10-yard completion is gone. 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15. Well, we'll see what the Giants want to do.
We made some mistakes these last couple of weeks, and we were fortunate enough to get out of there with wins anyway. We haven't lost this first game of the season. We've won 3 straight. Obviously trying to make it 4 straight right now. There's Tony Pollard. There he goes. There he goes.
And what a 1-2 punch they have now with Elliott and Pollard. Yeah, it's quite a group.
We got that thunder and we got that lightning, bro. Zeke is the thunder. He's just going to pound you and make you tired and tire you out, wear you out. And Tony Pollard's the lightning. When you're fatigued and you're tired and your tongue is on your knees, that's when we're going to hit you with power. He's just going to slash you and slice you and dice you and cut you and everything else. Got to carry the CD Lamb. Okay. Say whatever you want about Kellen Moore, but he is not ridiculous.
I would tell you if I was Dak Prescott, I would not be real thrilled about seeing.
He's pulled out so much stuff. Connor McGovern, the fullback, running the reverse at the goal line basically a couple of games ago. Running CD Lamb on a carry. Not even a reverse, the actual carry out of the backfield as if he was a running back. There goes Pollard again.
He's maybe a yard short of first down yardage as he gets 5.
If Kellen Moore goes somewhere else, it's probably going to slow down.
Even with the Giants trying to overload and play it.
Kellen Moore is a one guy that Mike McCarthy didn't touch when he came here. Everybody else on the staff, offense, defense, special teams, every single coach, assistant coach, helper, aide, everybody was gone. The one guy that's still here from when Jason Garrett was here, as far as the coaching staff is concerned, is Kellen Moore. Mike McCarthy came here, he cleaned house, he left Kellen Moore alone. He said, that's Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott got something special going on here. I don't want to be the one to interfere with that. I don't want to be the one to break that up and mess with it. And that was right out of the horse's mouth when he first got him. So,
and he and Dak Prescott, the chemistry that they have. Remember when Dak Prescott?
I can't believe that Kellen Moore is only like a couple years older than me. That's crazy. He's so young, but so intelligent, and his football IQ is just, his awareness is just off the chart. Situational awareness, all of it.
In camp, Kellen Moore broke his ankle, so Dak Prescott moves up the depth chart.
Yep.
Romo goes down in the preseason, and the next thing we know, Dak Prescott starting as a rookie and goes 13-3, which not a lot of people know. Tony Romo predicted at the beginning of the year. Second down and 10. Here's Elliott cuts back, and then slams into a tackler. That's Reggie Ragland, who got to
I got to check on
the gain of 3. You know, I'm so glad you said it that way because you watch Ezekiel Elliott, unless you're a Cowboys fan and you watch him every week.
I haven't seen no updates from the Eagles game.
Physical Elliott can run. Prescott.
Oh, come on. Come on, Dalton.
That was there, and that was a miss as Xavier McKinney was defending for the Giants. Yeah, Prescott puts this ball really where it needs to be.
The Eagles beat the Panthers 21-18, so they're 2-3 now. This game just got bigger. We got some help from New Orleans beating Washington, but
he does everything perfectly other than secure the catch. I will tell you, it doesn't matter that the Cowboys picked up all those yards moving the ball.
If we lose, we'll be 3-2. We'll have 2 teams behind us. The Giants and the Eagles are 2-3. One game back, tied for second with all of this time left. The Dallas Cowboys are the best team in this division by far, but
this chance there for Prescott and Schultz. 3-zip. Dallas.
Is now a good time for a flare-up?
good to see Zerline back to
adults
form.
with moderate to severe Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, Stellara can provide relief and is the first approved medication to reduce inflammation on and below the surface of the intestine in UC.
You getting on that flight? Back off, UC.
Stellara may increase your risk of infection, some serious, and cancer. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, new skin growths, have had cancer, or if you need a vaccine. PRAS, a rare potentially fatal brain condition, may be possible. Some serious allergic reactions and lung inflammation can occur.
Lasting remission can start with Stellara. Janssen can help you explore cost support options.
It's always tense when we play the Giants. It doesn't seem to matter what the records are. They always get up for this game. And in years where the Cowboys were bad and the Giants were good, the Cowboys would always get up for that game. It's the very picture definition of a division game, Cowboys and Giants. There's not a lot of blowouts in this game in recent memory, one way or the other. The Eagles, on the other hand, that one has regardless of who wins it, that one has a tendency to get ugly sometimes. We had the 44-6 in 2008, I believe it was. I was in the Air Force at the time. I was going back to base, and I was listening to that on the radio. And I was so mad. I wanted to turn it off. But I was so pissed off. You know, like when you get like really mad and you don't want to feel better, you want to just stay mad, and you know you would feel better if you would separate yourself from the situation, but in the weird kind of way it feels good to be pissed off like that. So I just left it on, and I was just listening to it, just stewing the whole way on back to base. And man. And then you had, I can't remember the exact scores. Mark Sanchez kicked our ass. I think it was Mark Sanchez. Or did he play for us? I don't remember. It's been so long ago. But that rivalry is about the opposite of the Giants and Washington usually seem to be close games where we play them more often than not. The Eagles, sometimes it's close, sometimes it's not so close. It's about 50-50. I would love nothing more than a blowout today. Just get a complete statement win. You know, they had that big win against the Saints last week. Nothing would feel better than hanging 40 or 50 on the Giants. More importantly than anything else, let's just focus on winning the game. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
To say otherwise would be a flat-out lie. The Giants may be challenged offensively to a degree. They'll be without Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard in the wide receiving corps, still struggling with hamstring issues. And Andrew Thomas, as we mentioned, their first-round pick a year ago, was playing so well, as Troy pointed out, very limited when I saw him in warm-ups. He is available, but if he's not able to go at all, Joe, we're really going to have to watch.
All right, Danny Nichols, let's go. Let's see what you got. Woo! Mike almost had that. Did you see that? Oh, we got a giant down. Oh, this ain't. That's Barkley.
And will limp away just as he starts to get rolling.
That's not good for them at all.
At New Orleans.
You hate to see that.
Rivalries
aside,
Devontae Booker had one carry, but
I've never been the guy that would cheer for injuries, hope for injuries, celebrate injuries like I've seen some other people do. I can't stand those type of games.
So the Tom Rinaldi's point, already without a couple of their top receivers, and now maybe without.
And y'all know who I'm talking about, so I ain't gonna say nothing else about it.
Here's another look at what happened. Now he stepped on the left foot.
Oh, that's the rolled ankle. He'll be all right.
That was a ball that it should have been an easy completion for Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley on that route. Like I said, for the Giants,
he'll walk it off.
They've already missed out on 3 opportunities. They missed the field goal. They missed the third down conversion.
It didn't look as bad on the replay as I thought it was initially.
They may lose the player. But they just can't afford to miss the chances that they get.
Another third down defense. Randy Gregory. There he is. Oh, I thought Trayvon had another one. Oh, my God. I thought he had that, man. Oh, he almost had it. It's a hot potato with the football. Dang. And by the way, for those of you that are wondering, the record for the Cowboys for the most interceptions in a season is 11. Everson Walls. That's the Cowboys record. The NFL league record is 14. Just some information to keep in mind as this year rolls along. There goes CD. All right, CD. All right, CD. I see you. Good return.
17-yard return by CD Lamb, his best of the young season. After just a 40-yard punt.
I'll tell you what, man. I don't care. I don't care what the separation of the score is. I don't care if we're winning by 30 points at halftime. I learned my lesson last week.
Yes, but there's
and I learned my lesson again yesterday with those guys. After what the Longhorns did yesterday and after what the Cowboys almost did last week against Carolina.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance.
It ain't over till it's over, man. We look to be clear-cut the better team right now. That doesn't surprise anybody. But we got to keep playing like that. We can't get up by a couple scores and then just check out the game and think that the Giants ain't going to keep fighting.
Settle in, kids. You'll be there a while.
If we play our game and we make them play Dallas Cowboys football, we can win this game.
Sweat is your body's natural
and we'll win this game without breaking much of the sweat, to be honest with you. But if we start getting more confident, we start getting cocky.
Correct Marie, I got you some stuff for
oh my God, man.
Power station dongle.
Trayvon Diggs.
Because I know about technology.
What can you say about it?
Well, have you ever heard of Wi-Fi?
I thought he had that would have been his 6th interception in 5 games, and we're still in the first quarter of the 6th game.
You know what? I knew that actually this is stuff for my laptop. I was just quizzing you.
Okay.
You passed, by the way.
Want a laptop that has it all? That's Intel Evo.
Here in California, we believe in what if. After all, if is our middle name. What if we could roll like this? And eat all this. Here we welcome all what ifs with open arms. After all, there's only one wrong way to what if. What if you don't?
Today's challenge, 3 toppings for just $10.
Mine has ham, pineapple, and bacon.
You just took me on a trip. Am I a pineapple person now? I'm a pineapple person now. Create yours, only at Pizza Hut. No one else Pizza's the Hut.
Just like that.
The
Download the NFL app today.
This poor young guy on the bench, Saquon Barkley, who was just over a year removed from a torn ACL in week 2 last year. His left ankle has ballooned up over on the sideline. And he is just a picture of frustration and sadness over there, knowing that, let's just say it doesn't look good. I can't imagine how that feels. Cowboys up by 3. Prescott pulls it down, slides through, and now slides with a pick.
Yeah, Dak ain't going to be doing that spin cycle and just putting the shoulder down and just trucking guys like he used to. He's going to still run it, but he's going to be smart when he runs. Oh, yeah, that's
such intense frustration for Barkley as eventually made it all the way back from the knee injury, just shaking his head, shouting out in pain at one point, and just so cleanly frustrated as he's surrounded by medical staff.
Here's Pollard for a first down.
Maybe it's worse than I thought. When I looked at it, it looked like he just kind of rolled up on his ankle. And then after the pressure came off it snapped back the way that it's supposed to be, which would indicate that it's not broken. But even if it's just a rolled ankle, those can hurt like a motherfucker sometimes. I know firsthand about that. But the way that's swelled up, that looks to be more than what I thought initially. So hopefully he's all right.
Here on first down, a gain of 3. Zimis, the first one there for Joe Judge's defense. Well, the Cowboys are going to have success moving the football, and like I said, then it comes down to how well can they play in the red zone, because the Cowboys are so explosive offensively, they put a lot of pressure then on the opponent in trying to match score, and you feel like if you're not doing that, then you're going to get down too many points to overcome. Right now, that field goal is where they held them to that. Prescott is able to get rid of the ball somehow.
Wow.
With Julian Love hanging all over him.
Got that Superman strength.
It is now 3rd and 6.
I don't know how Dak got that ball out.
Love is coming off the slot. I don't know if Pollard should have been there to pick that up, but he never saw it. He never checked it. It looked to me like Prescott was expecting that to be picked up if they did blitz. We have seen Patrick Graham, the defensive coordinator.
All right, 3rd and 7. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We didn't score on a touchdown on the first drive, but a touchdown on the second drive is almost as good. Technically, this would be a 3rd drive. Yeah, because I forgot because we had that pick. It's going to be 4th and a yard, so what's Mike McCarthy going to do?
Last time on 4th down, and they're going to go for it again here.
All right. Mike McCarthy trusting his offense. That's a long yard. That's 1 yard and 3/4.
Hand off to Cedric Wilson. He's got it.
Kellen Moore, they get into the bag of tricks again.
Saquon Barkley is carted away. I just think now Jason Garrett, the offensive coordinator, what's running through his mind as far as the kind of game he's going to call, because you want to come in and try to make the Cowboys play a physical brand of football, pound the ball on them, but now they're without their team.
I can already hear those excuses. Oh, Saquon got hurt in the first quarter. If that didn't happen, we would have won.
That's now 92 rush yards by the Cowboys with 5 different ball carriers so far.
5 different ball carriers in the first quarter. Kellen Moore is a Mad Hatter, man. I don't even think he even knows what he's going to do sometimes. I think he gets an idea in that wicked little mind of his and just does it. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's run that. And that's not intended to be an insult. I'm sorry if it sounds like it is. That's intended to be a compliment.
The 5 is Elliott, a gain of 12. Zach Martin, I was talking about him and just how good he is and him pulling out. And he's able to help lead the way. And then you've got Connor Williams as well. There's Zach Martin, number 7.
Connor Williams had a big block there.
Elliott's picking up 4 or 5 yards before anybody gets near him. There he is again.
Stuff.
The Giants do a good job to follow that up. No gain on the play, and Leonard Williams stuffed that one. The guy who the Cowboys have targeted the most down here in the red zone is Amari Cooper. See what they want to do here. But like I said, these are the possessions down
See
here.
if Kellen Moore is going to get creative or if he's just going to, like I said, he ran in reverse damn near on the goal line a couple games ago. I didn't agree with that call, but he will try to mix it up a little bit down here instead of just run. Oh. Okay. I'm sitting here talking about I don't want a field goal. Field goal would have been nice.
Prescott never got it cleanly. Yeah, not a great snap, but I think that Prescott just kind of took it for granted. You know, I mean, it's certainly catchable.
Yeah, that's on Dak.
Exactly where you want it, but it's one that, especially on a hand.
That wasn't a perfect snap, but
you're going to see it's
just like a receiver, it hits you in the hands, man.
But he's not able to here, and you know, for an offense that has really dominated the early going here in this game. Giants are finding ways defensively to hang on. And the look of frustration and disappointment by McCarthy and Kellen Moore.
Good God, it's only 34 seconds left in the first quarter. This game is moving. Defense, let's go.
Opportunity for New York.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter.
And he gets 3.
They don't have to run another play. We'll see if they do. I don't think they do.
This year, just 7 carries coming into this game. On Sunday, he had 1, as I said, against the Saints. And they like him. Just how are you going to get him his opportunities when you're playing behind Saquon Barkley? But he's a steady guy, and he's solid. And I know when we were missing Jason Garrett, he likes him, but he's going to have to carry the load today.
All right, 3-0 Dallas after 1.
There's Garrett, former head coach here in Dallas. Saquon Barkley carted away. Fox NFL Sunday.
We'll be seeing you again, Saquon. I have no doubt about that. No doubt about that at all.
I want to take his mask off and see the life in his eyes.
Rated R.
At Kroger, we know that the slower a banana ripens, the longer it stays fresh. So we keep things fresher than fresh by ripening them slowly.
They're just making critical errors. Dak didn't quite elevate the ball enough, and it got tipped at the line and picked off. Dak wasn't able to secure the snap, even though, like I said, it wasn't a perfect snap by any means, but he did hit it in the hands. It wasn't way up here or way down here. I mean, it was just off by a little bit. You expect your quarterback to be able to handle it.
Well, Zebulon, this one's for you.
Especially after some of the much more terrible snaps that I've seen Dak be able to handle.
That's your box. First, we have to turn this one on, huh?
Do you need the other one? On this?
On this one. Yeah. Lines.
It might just be jitters, honestly. He's playing against the same team that hurt him last year. I think that maybe unconsciously that might be in his mind. People have called it a revenge game. People have called it, Dak's redemption. People have called it all sorts of things. And I think Dak might be in his head just a little bit right now to start this game.
And if something changes, we drop whatever we're doing to take care of it.
We've seen some big time plays already, but we've also seen some very uncharacteristic mistakes. I think that'll get him back to calm down as the game goes on. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it right now. If we come out after halftime and Dak is still playing like that. Then I don't mean like playing like that. Like he's played bad. He hasn't played bad, but very inconsistent first quarter today.
He came in without Shepard and Slayton, and now his top running back and one of the big home run threats in the NFL, and Saquon Barkley, and it's all on number 8.
I was actually looking forward to this game facing Saquon. It was going to be a big test for our defense, and we were going to find out a lot about, how good is our run defense really. We've been praising our defense as a whole, and our run defense specifically. And I was looking forward to seeing them head up with Saquon.
Is their leading rusher coming in? He's throwing touchdowns. He's doing everything.
But actually put some evidence into the investigation.
The big thing is he's not turned the ball over. And that overtime win against the Saints, they're down 11. He pretty much just loaded the team on his back and really made some great throws, some really great decisions. He's the leading rusher coming into this
3rd and 3. Let's see if we can get off the field again. Are they 0 for 2 on 3rd down? I think they are.
3rd down and 3. This one here out of the reach of Ross. So the Cowboys turn it over, but the Giants go 3 and out. Pressure
just like the last time we turned it over. Our defense is stepping up, man. They've been stepping up all year. Even against Brady. Even against Brady. I know they got 31 points. But
Daniel Jones takes a hit at the end of that play, but he's anticipating man coverage there on 3rd. You take it to your speed guy and see if he can't make a play. Cowboys held up nicely.
I feel like they hung in there decently against Brady, about as well as most defenses would.
Dixon hits it. Those of the football is down. It takes a Giants bounce to the 35. Well, Daniel Jones and Randy Gregory, a little conversation on Daniel's way off the field. 3-0 Dallas.
You got all day to put his ass on the ground, Randy.
You want everything to be on autopilot.
We got a huge increase in orders, but
And to be
Do
prepared.
nothing stupid and get yourself disqualified now.
With IBM, you can do both. Your business can bring data together across your clouds, from suppliers to shippers to the factory floor. So whatever comes your way, the wheels keep moving, seamlessly modernizing your operations. That's why so many businesses work with IBM.
Nice work, everyone.
New brisket at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared.
There's usually not that many people at the start of the stream. It's usually a lot more people towards the end of the game.
It's a
especially
whole new
folks.
kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
This is for all the NFL fans who can't talk smack because little ears are listening. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
I need you to see. To all the kisses that led to this one. Celebrate every kiss with K.
Chad, what are you doing? You don't need a call to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right? What? Come inside, man.
Thank you, man. I was in there just laughing.
Come in.
Yeah, man. Come in. This is funny.
An F-150 isn't an F-150 because of the name on the tailgate. It's an F-150 because it's built for tough, built to haul more, built to tow more, for the people who count on it. Because they know that brawn can get the job done, but it takes brains and brawn to get it done right. Toughness.
All right, let's see what Dak Prescott and the offense have.
F-150.
We've gotten turned over twice. That defense got it back for us without giving up any points more times. So that's good. That's a testament of a good defense right there. If your offense is having an off day, which
is on the bike trying to stay loose. We'll show you what happened to him in just a moment as the Cowboys take over at their 35, up by 3. Back to the ground, back to Elliott, right through the heart of the defense, still rumbling out to the 49. Let's get on to Aaron Andrews.
Yeah, we've had enough ankle injuries in this game, but as we take a look at Trayvon Diggs, he gets tangled up here with Kenny Golladay. You saw him on the bike, Joe Buck, and yeah, they're going to keep an eye on him. This is one guy they can't afford to lose. 5 interceptions on the season. I feel like this guy's winning an award every week. Player of the week last week, player of the month last month. His defense really has enjoyed having him have such a great year being back out there.
So keep an eye on that from the 49. Back to Elliott. Play is made by Ojulari. And the rookie last each of his first 3 NFL games makes that stop at a loss of 1. Ojulari, I mean, this is really good what he's able to do. He has to fight through Tyron Smith, who's playing outstanding. Here he is, Ojulari. And the job that you see him get Tyron Smith thrown off of him and then makes a play. Those guys inside, especially Danny Shelton in the middle. Those guys are really important. Prescott, Pollard, 2 guys in front of him. Able to split him for a pickup of 3. Here's a little better look at the play that Ojulari makes. He leads
this
the team
looking like
inside.
a all-style classic football defensive struggle.
And all-pro left tackle Tyron Smith. He's one of those young rookies, 2nd-round pick out of Georgia. Pretty high.
Their offense is that much to go right now.
They're down and 8.
See what Cowboys dialed up here.
Extra men on the rush. Prescott airs it out.
Oh! It's a stud right there. CD. CD's touchdowns be raining on the scoreboard. Dak dropped a dime. He put that right where it needed to be, right in front of CeeDee Lamb. He didn't have to stop. He didn't have to slow down. He didn't have to turn around. He just was able to run and catch him while he was running and keep on running into the end zone. If that ball was thrown any other way than the way that it was, even if CD catches it, that is not a score. It's a good catch by CD and picture-perfect placement by Dak Prescott.
364 days from that gruesome ankle injury against the Giants. Hangs in, goes deep, hits Cowboys up 10.
Only bad thing about that is our defense only just got off the field. We scored pretty quick on that. So Trayvon's gonna have to go right back out there. That's the only thing that sucks about scoring fast. Yeah, it's nice, it's fun. Oh damn, look at us. We scored in 2 plays, 3 plays. A minute, whatever. But then you try your defense right back out there.
On October 22nd.
Your B-bot is super weird.
But I think if you ask our defense, would they rather us score in a minute and a half or have the ball for 5 minutes and not score? They would rather us score. That allows them to play a little bit more loose without so much pressure and stuff like that. So
because $1 from every shakaroni goes to charity. That's pizza with a purpose.
That just continues to do this. I mean, he had the perfect dropping the dime to
convenience pack. Super C is a daily supplement.
Amari Cooper last week.
To help energize and replenish.
Dropped the dime to CD today. Dropped the dime to CD in the Bucks game that bounced off his hands. And
you could spend half an hour preparing for the half-hour status meeting. Or you could cancel the meeting and share updates in Slack instead.
Dang, I thought Trayvon had that pick though. I really did. And he ripped it out of the dude's hands.
Tonight,
that was like basically almost a simultaneous catch, and Trayvon was right there, and he had his arms in there at the same time, and he ripped it out, and then basically they were kind of fighting over the ball. Trayvon juggled it, and it rolled off his hands. That would have been his 6th in 5 games.
911, all new tomorrow at 8/7 Central on Fox, or watch anytime.
Here's CeeDee Lamb and James Bradbury, but watch Julian Love, the safety. He's cheated to that side already to give help to Bradbury. There's nobody that threatens him down the middle. So he's got to stay deep, and he's got to be able to make a play on that ball. He's almost to the numbers as it was. He should have been able to play that, although he doesn't. Now, Dak knows what he has. One-on-one on the outside. All he's trying to do is keep Julian Love from being a factor. He holds him enough, but as much as we'll say that Bradbury's got to keep up and run with CeeDee Lamb, it's really on Julian Love that doesn't do his job as the deep center fielder who was cheated to that side for that very purpose. This week, Thursday Night Football is on Fox. Tom Brady and the Bucs, they're on a roll. They won big today over Miami. But then there's Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, and the Eagles coming off a win.
Watch the Eagles go win that damn game. That would be such a Philly thing to do.
Fox NFL Network and streaming on Prime Video. Joe, you kind of wonder. I mentioned it a moment ago, but now what do you do?
They beat Carolina today. They're 2-3.
Your left tackle, who's now Nate Solder, who's your starting right tackle, he has been getting pushed into the backfield by Randy Gregory, who with your backup running back and trying to protect an offensive line against this defensive front. It looks like he did all last season, to be quite honest. It is tough. And a challenge for him and Daniel Jones. Blitz coming off the edge. It's Curtis who gets up. And nearly picked by
That's the second one he almost got, man. This dude is a monster.
Yeah, he did. You're throwing it away. And I think Daniel Jones was really trying to throw this thing away.
I think if he had about 15-foot legs, he could have toe tapped that. Outstanding effort. And he even controlled the catch all the way to the ground.
Pretty impressive.
Unbelievable. Trayvon Diggs is a receiver masquerading as a cornerback, man.
He's not the intended target when the ball's thrown in this direction. This looks like a double pass. And it is to Booker, who dropped the football, and they're going to say incomplete. It was Kadarius Toney, a high school quarterback, who threw it.
Therefore, it's incomplete.
And it's an incompletion because it was a forward pass.
If you're the Giants, this is what you can do.
Resume brought to you by Indeed.
You're about to have your defense right back out there again. 5 INTs through first 4 games, tied for the most team history, 28.4 passer rating allowed when his receiver is targeted, which is the best in the NFL. And this guy's in his second year, y'all. Damn. Almost delay a game there. Ooh! That's offensive pass interference. Did Tony not push off on Brown? Why did it look like he got pushed off? Let's see. Y'all know I'm objective. If it wasn't a push off, I'm gonna say it wasn't a push off.
Yeah, he's just throwing it up out of desperation as much as anything else. But Tony,
I think he got a push off. But I could understand why they didn't call it. It wasn't egregious. He didn't have the full extension.
Biggest play when they needed it. And Diggs is in better position than Galladay.
One of these days, these teams are going to learn to stop trying to pick on Diggs. He's not a typical second-year guy. He's playing like he's been in the league for 10 years.
Okay, use that aggressiveness against them. Do some double moves. And
He's what Byron Jones used to be, only he can actually pick the ball off. Byron Jones was a real good shutdown corner, but he couldn't catch interceptions worth a damn. Trayvon Diggs shut him down and picked him off.
Spinning inside the 35 is Booker, brought down by Keanu Neal, who is back after missing 2 games on the COVID list, which leads us to say for the first time today, and a reminder that Jalen Smith is no longer here. High-priced linebacker released on Tuesday.
That move took me by surprise when we cut Jalen Smith.
And I saw a little bit of that game. It looked like he actually got some playing time today, too. Third down for the Giants. There's Galladay, Diggs at the top. Jones, pass incomplete. And it's 4th down with Colin Johnson, the target. Anthony Brown out there.
Good play by Anthony Brown, making up for earlier.
See the frustration on Daniel Jones because he's hoping that Colin Johnson, now he's a young player.
I think maybe Anthony Brown was trying to take the easy way out on that push off.
That coverage by Anthony.
I don't think necessarily maybe that he was pushed hard enough to go down, but I think he felt the contact and thought he could get an easy flag if he just fell rather than actually contesting the ball. And came back to bite him because he didn't get the ball.
This one is good. And the Giants are on the board. The one completion by Daniel Jones got the Giants in position. You know, did the rest. 7-point game in Texas.
We took the truck that helped build this country and made it so it can power our homes. We took the vehicles businesses use to keep the lights on and made them run on the same thing that turns the lights on. We took the original 0 to 60 head turner and gave it 0 tailpipe emissions. We took the familiar and made it revolutionary.
We're back on the Corona Hotline Show with Superfan Jeremy. Jeremy, it's a long season. How do you unwind?
Well, I grab a Corona,
Go on.
and I watch football.
And
that is it.
brilliant.
Find your game day good life.
I always feel like
These
these
days, I
commercials
know
are
all
too damn
about
long.
customization. That's why I love Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need. How about a throwback? Only pay for what you need.
Thanks for coming. Now, when it comes to a financial plan, this broker is your man. Let's open your binders to page 188.
Carl, are there different planning options in here?
Options?
Plans we can build on our own or with help from a financial consultant, like Schwab does.
Can we adjust our plan?
Well, like if we buy a new house.
And our son just started working.
Do you offer a complimentary retirement plan for him?
As in free? Just like Schwab.
Look forward to planning with Schwab.
Are you ready to meet the new class of Subway's Eat Fresh Refresh? The new Baja Steak and Jack, new All-American Club, the new Italian BMT, new Turkey Cali Fresh, and new Trevor Lawrence? Man, you're not a sandwich. Order in the app now to save big.
Not all 5G networks.
Dang, I heard the whistle and I looked up.
When it comes to
Damn
5G,
commercial.
T-Mobile is the right play. T-Mobile, America's largest, fastest, most reliable 5G network.
This October, there's Truth's biggest free Halloween movie collection. Now on Tubi. On Tubi, streaming this October.
A bit of a Wayback Machine. There's our guy, 8-ball, Troy Aikman there. Right there, number 4, Dak Prescott, 4-ball. 4-ball in the corner pocket, and 4-ball just last time he was out there threw a 49-yard strike to C.D. Lamb, the only touchdown of the game.
Bring it to the house. Let's go. Touchback.
For more on 4-ball, let's go down to Aaron Andrews.
Thanks, Joe Ball. As you mentioned, it'll be a year ago tomorrow. Dak Prescott suffered that horrific ankle injury, compound fracture, dislocated ankle, week 5 here against the Giants. Dak did say this week, it's not just this week he thinks about it. He thinks about it every pregame, every game. And talked to Ezekiel Elliott this week about what he remembers with that day. And he said he couldn't wait to get to the hospital.
If you got Zeke and Tony, you can always run play action and try a deep shot on first down.
Snap didn't come back on time. So 5-yard penalty.
Almost dropped that one too.
5-yard penalty. First down.
Aaron, go ahead.
Zeke just saying I had to get to the hospital. I couldn't wait to get there. Dak was just fresh out of surgery, and he could see.
Sounded like
his face
the
how upset I was.
referee did the everybody but the center joke.
Zeke, feed me.
I couldn't really hear. I was talking.
This
He
guy
was
just
talking.
makes it
Hard to say
a
the center.
terrible situation.
There's Pollard. Thanks, Aaron. Deontay's just having a tough time snapping the ball. He's been a little erratic, and on that first down play a moment ago was late.
Didn't McGovern play some center in college?
Ezekiel Elliott with and without
Feels like
Prescott since the beginning of last year.
It is
Maybe
pretty
we ought to
awesome.
train him in
These
center.
guys came in the same draft, and that they're as good a friends.
He's definitely better blocked than me, to be honest, but I also know as a center you have a million more responsibilities. There's another one. Dak's got to get some elevation on that ball, man. That's the second time that happened. We were forcing it there. It hit the ground. Did it hit the ground? Yeah, it hit the ground. Yeah, that's a good call. Refs all over that. So we're forcing it there, but Dak's got to get some air on that ball, man. That's the second time they knocked it at the line. The first one they caught. That one they almost caught.
And that's the pressure that this offense can put on you. But the defense, short of giving up that big touchdown, like you said, to CeeDee Lamb. I mean, they
Dak's feeling some jitters right now. Probably just what the game means, and it's a year tomorrow, like they were saying, and it's the same team, same building.
And we'll see what kind of progress they give. It's not enough. That's Schultz, and he's a half yard short.
And you can't put anything past Mike McCarthy going for it on fourth. They're acting like they're going to. I was half joking when I just said that, but the way they run the ball,
they're going to go, or maybe
we're going to go for it on 4th and 1 from our own 35.
Still down at their own 34 plus.
We're trying to draw them off, or are we actually going to go? That's the question. You never really know in these situations. No, we're just trying to draw them off.
Sides, and they call a timeout.
Which they do. We'll be right back after this message from Progressive.
Progressive presents.
I was going to say, man, I believe in our team. I believe in our offense, and I like having a coach with balls for once and not afraid to go for it. But from 135, even though it's just a yard, it's really early in the game. Giants just get the field goal. It's 10-3.
Maybe pump the brakes a little bit.
Baker stands in the doorway. Seems a little annoyed.
How epic would it have been, though, if we actually did go for it?
Giants are hanging in this ball game, coming off their win in overtime in New Orleans, their first win of the year. And that's where they sit in the NFC East with the Cowboys having lost the season opener against the Tampa Bay Bucks. They've won 3 straight since.
Now, I'm thinking if you're Joe Judge and the Giants, you probably would have liked to have seen the Cowboys go for it there. And if you're able to make a stop, then all of a sudden an offense that is handicapped as much as they are, with a chance to get good field position.
Anger hits a beauty. CJ Ford from the 5. Just able to get across the 10. And we'll welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. The easy narrative with the Giants when you do their games, you read all the articles, is that Jason Garrett finally got aggressive with the play calling last week in that win in New Orleans. That takes protection. And without having their left tackle in this one, and now they don't have Barkley,
our defense has played a really good game. Say whatever you want about Saquon not being in the game or whatever. They really stood up. We've been turned over a couple times. Our defense didn't allow any points. Either one of those turnovers.
As well as the right side, and now you don't have the ability to maybe run.
That's complicated football. If your offense isn't having a good game, can your defense bail you up? If your defense isn't having a good game, can your offense put up enough points to make up for the defense? Because I don't care how good your offense is, I don't care how good your defense is. They're not going to be firing on all cylinders perfect every single game. There's going to be games like right now when our offense is sputtering, and there's going to be games where the defense is struggling and the offense is not. So it's very, very promising being able to see us turn the ball over twice. Not that you want to see us turn the ball over, but you got to see the defense bail the offense out.
Keanu Neal is there for Dallas. Third down coming up.
So the Giants, they keep it back in to try to help secure anything in the middle. Anybody that leaks protection-wise in the middle, they can help. And
the game they're playing is get the ball out quick. It's what Giants fans saw all last year. And it's the game that they kind of have to play and then take their shots when they can. Now, at the bottom of the screen, it's man-to-man right here. So you can get the ball up quick here on third down and take your shot if you'd like. Decent protection underneath. Passes caught for the first down by Kadarius Toney. First-round pick from Florida. Good job there.
I think that's the first time our defense did off the field on third down.
The safety drops out. So now he's given
it
to the
very much.
outside.
I love that.
And Daniel Jones recognizes it. He's able to buy some time. He gets the underneath crosser.
Tighten up, D. Let's go. False start.
Penalty flags fly, and they try to shut down that play. Gregory just threw Nate Solder like he was 150 pounds. It's John Hussey.
Defense. Too many men on the field in formation. 5-yard penalty. First down.
There's Dan Quinn, coordinator in Seattle when they went to back-to-back Super Bowls, winning in 2013, losing heartbreaking fashion the next year, and for 6 years the head coach in Atlanta.
You know, as a baseball guy, you can appreciate this. Every time I see him at the games, it looks like he's about to go warm up the pitcher. You know, it's true. It does. Well, that's an honor if you get ready to take on baseball.
Thank you. Pass is caught wide open.
Nobody there.
And into Dallas territory is Evan Ingram for 18 yards. Well, confusion there in the secondary for the Cowboys. You see the two of them run into each other. It just opens it up for an easy completion there inside. Here's Booker. He breaks loose.
Come on, tackle.
Down near the 35-yard line, they'll mark him at the 36 to carry 14. And the Giants getting on a roll. It's a really good job by Will Hernandez. You see that he's able to work up to the next level, and he takes on Keanu Neal. By the way, just to clean up something we said earlier, evidently Jalen Smith was not active in the Green Bay game. And right now, all Green Bay is thinking about is how they get out of Cincinnati with a win, a big win, as they got that one in overtime as the two teams were trading missed kicks.
But Green Bay was able to. Not that it's going to.
Mason Crosby's not going to feel good regardless, but it feels better at least that you're able to win the game. And here, that's Penny, and he got a big hit, a gain of 4.
All right, defense.
Eli Penny with his 5th carry of the season.
Let's hold him right here.
Pretty tough running there. Survived the hit by Keanu Neal.
Hey, Steelers won. My ex-fiance would be happy with that.
It's a nice drive by the Giants. A drive that started on the 12-yard line. 3rd down and 4. What's coming from the Cowboys? Pass is caught. First down plus. Toney is down number 2. Rodarius Toney with a catch and run of 28. And Malik Hooker saved the touchdown. This guy is so electric once he gets the ball in his hands. It looks like he's going to be tackled right there, but you see the move that he makes. I mean, he's anticipating his move before he even catches the football. He's able to avoid the tackle. Got 2 guys right in front of him. Last week on Sunday, it was.
I never thought I would say this, but Daniel Jones is playing better than Dak Prescott right now.
Weaved his way for the first. Good stuff. Timeout was called by Dallas, I believe, as McCarthy came onto the field. There's a flag down.
Before the ball snap. Timeout. Dallas.
That's their second timeout. It was a late substitution, and McCarthy seeing a player flash by him. Called the timeout. The Giants went with 3 tight ends in the game. The Cowboys are trying to match that. Couldn't get settled. McCarthy sees it and wisely calls the timeout. The flag was they were going to call the Giants for a false start. But
This is impressive to me for the Giants to be able to take the ball from their own 12-yard line and get it down here to the 2 with a chance to come away with a touchdown and potentially tie this game.
All right, defense, we got to get a stop here. It made our living those first couple of games getting touchdowns, getting turnovers in the red zone or down near the goal line. Wow. Just can't bring him down.
Good hard running by Devontae Booker. Avoids losing
dial something nice. Dial up something nice, Dan Quinn.
Micah Parsons. He got through the middle of that line. So for him to
been praising you all game. We need this stop right now. Wow. One more down. Let's go.
It's 3rd and goal. Heavy offensive line to the right. Micah Parsons is there again. He doesn't go anywhere. You've got to believe, I mean, it's 3rd down here, but you've got to believe this is 4-down territory for the Giants. Here is Jones going to take it.
Wow. What a stand-up by our defense. That's a goal line stand if I ever seen one. It's not over yet. They're probably going for it on 4th. Wow. They had 1st and goal from inside the 5. And it's 4th and goal from the 1.
Now with the stoppage of the play, he'll have to come out of the game if they are going for it.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, they might not be going for it on 4th now. They don't have a quarterback.
Mike Glennon is the backup quarterback for the Giants.
I remember Mike Glennon. Remember when everybody thought he was the answer in Tampa? They called him Big Bird.
And we'll see him on a 4th and goal play.
Are they still going to go for it on 4th without Daniel Jones? I guess so. You can't let them score with a backup quarterback now. After that goal line stand, 3 straight plays. Mike Glenn is a big dude.
Whether you're rookie or season,
they might just try to power through his team, to be honest with you. Like we did with Dak in that Philly game. That stupidly was called that he wasn't over the line. Even though he clearly was.
Are you in? Try out for the Lowe's home team today.
To make my vision a reality, I have to take every perspective and see clearly from every point of view. With my Verilux progressive lenses, I seamlessly transition from near to far and see every detail in sharp focus. When you see no limits, there are no limits. Book now at your local SLR expert to push the limits of your vision. Verilux lenses by SLR.
Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because every great play starts the night before. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed tracks my circadian rhythm, average heart rate, and breathing rate, so I know how well I'm sleeping. It's also temperature balancing, so I stay cool. And it senses my movement and automatically adjusts to help keep me comfortable all night. Sleep Number takes care of the science, so I can focus on other things. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep, only from Sleep Number.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. Can I take your order?
2 Sonic Coke cheese stuff.
What the hell?
While we were in break, the Giants ran a play with Glennon under center, handed to Booker, who just went over the top and scored a touchdown. I heard whistles as if they might be trying to stop it, but they're going to let the play stand as it happened before the commercial break was over, and Booker takes it in, and we're an extra point away from a tie game. And clearly a touchdown.
How you going to let somebody run a play when it's at a damn commercial?
Meanwhile, Daniel Jones had to get carted off, and this is a tie game.
They came back from commercial and everybody's on the ground laying down in the damn end zone. I didn't know what the hell was going on. They're saying the Giants ran a play right before it came back from commercial and the rest let it go.
Staggered away from that hit, and it was so bad that they had to bring the cart out to get him into the locker room. And so Glennon comes on for 4th and goal. We're in commercial. He hands to Booker, and this is a tie game. Yeah, my thoughts are with Daniel Jones. You see a player get hit like that, and
I've never seen that in all my years watching football. Come back from commercial and everybody's laying down in the end zone. A touchdown was just scored right before it came back from commercial.
I hope he's okay. And I know that's on the minds of all these Giants.
Yes, I hope Daniel Jones is okay also. But that's ridiculous.
In which they will, but it's going to be
that's ridiculous.
Mike Glennon now, and the body count just keeps adding up when you consider how many players.
Do they not have somebody whose entire job it is to hold up play until it's confirmed that the game is back from commercial?
Barkley was overthrown and then stepped on the left foot of Jordan Lewis. He went down. His ankle ballooned up. He was carted away. They're without Andrew Thomas, at least as a starter in this game. Their left tackle, and they started.
All right, well, we got to go down the score now because the Giants are going to get the ball first in the third quarter. Whatever nonsense that was about the commercial, the Giants trying to play for it, came back. Okay, whatever. Nothing can be done about it. Touchdown is a touchdown. Let's go get it back. I'm so damn mad right now.
Understanding the challenge that he has in front of him, and on both sides of the ball, trying to slow down an explosive offense. They've done a good job of that. They gave up the one big play. Other than that, they've been opportunistic, and now on the offensive side of the ball, and what's happening there with the quarterback, the running back, a couple wide receivers, offensive line, and as an old special teams coach, I think he understands that that's the area of this game that the Giants just simply have to win in order to compete. They've got to be better than the Cowboys in the kicking game, which is a big task. When you consider what the Cowboys have on that side of things, and John Fossil being their special teams coach, regarded as one of the best in the game.
He's some Taylor Swift right now. Just shake it off, shake it off.
You have to protect the football if you're the Giants, and so far the Cowboys have 2 turnovers. The Giants done. There's John Fossil. Better known as Bones. Also a show on Fox. Here is a line drive into the end zone. Tom Rinaldi is in position on the Giants sideline, and boy, you've seen a lot down there.
Joe, we have, but a special credit to the composure of the Giants coaching staff. You see Jason Garrett right there. Well, obviously, there was overwhelming concern about Daniel Jones. Garrett's experience manifested there.
If Jason Garrett beats us,
continue to communicate
without Daniel Jones and without Saquon Barkley, we will never live that down. Whatever happens the whole rest of the year with the Cowboys and the Giants record.
This terrible battle of attrition. They must struggle in the second half. Guys.
Here's a flip to Elliott, and the defense steps up. Reggie Ragland.
Monkel Moore, I've been praising you all season. Literally all season I've been praising you. And even years back when some people wanted you gone, I was saying no. And I believe in you. You've shown yourself to be a good play caller, so let's do it right now. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that. You're going to run another play.
Cowboys with only one timeout left. It looks like Prescott wants to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. No flag on that play. The pass is caught by Cooper.
There you go. That's what I was just talking about.
55 remaining. Cowboys put the pedal down on 3rd and 2. Tie ball game. Crazy day here in Arlington already. 10-10.
As awesome as it would have been to see the Cowboys win by 40 points, that just wasn't going to happen. It never happens in this game.
Stays off. We're moving to the mat. Let's go, Peloton. Bring that thunder. As you rotate, exhale. We did it together, Peloton.
The quarter-pound king in the 2 for $6, only at BK.
Hulu has live TV?
Hulu has live sports?
Well, yes. Hulu does have live sports.
Time's up. I need your answer now.
Hulu has live game shows.
Correct. Hulu also has.
Hulu has live dating shows.
75 live channels.
I choose Hulu.
Woo!
Hulu. Flip like cable, stream like Hulu. Time to have Hulu plus live TV.
If it looks like an F-150, goes like an F-150, hauls like an F-150.
Oh my God, we need this touchdown.
Like an F-150, and powers like an F-150.
Giants are going to get the ball started.
It must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2021 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid with 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available.
I don't even know when's the last time you could say the Cowboys won 4 straight. If we win today, that's how much we beat 4 straight.
But some of the effects have yet to be felt.
I think probably 2016.
Some cancer screenings declined by 90%.
The fear of COVID overshadowed the fear of cancer, especially in underserved communities.
Now, doctors are diagnosing later stage cancers, which could have been detected much sooner.
Early detection gave my mother a chance.
Gave me a chance.
Gave me a chance 2 times.
Talk to your doctor about getting screened.
Dak Prescott and the Cowboys find themselves tied 10-10. They have one timeout with 1:55 to go in the half. Ezekiel Elliott split him up.
We got all the time in the world. We don't need to give it back to them. But we're trying to drive down the field and match whatever we just did.
Leonard Williams was in there. Julian Love came around, and he was a part of that, a loss of 1. It brought the edge pressure, and Prescott doesn't see it. Second down and 11 now. Prescott underneath, passes caught.
That's forward progress. Forward progress, forward progress, forward
By
progress.
Dalton Schultz, who's become a favorite target for Prescott. It's 3rd and 4.
Well, if you throw it here, it ends up being incomplete, and that's good news for the Giants.
Good protection, passes.
Dalton Schultz.
There's Schultz again.
Take your time. Take your time. It's fine. You got plenty of time.
And Prescott with some time. He will find him in the middle of the field.
Oh, don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Nearly came away with a big play for the Giants. Yeah, he reads it. He's able to see the dig route. He's anticipating it, and he comes up in front. And those are the plays. You know, like I've said, throughout this game, when you're outmanned the way that the Giants are, you just have to be able to take advantage of those opportunities because they just don't come around very often, especially against an offense like the Cowboys. Giants secondary has dropped some picks this year for sure. Prescott steps into it.
That's the best throw I've seen Dak make all year. You talk about putting a camel through a needle. Wow. That has some rip on it, too.
That's the rookie Rodarius Williams who's in coverage. He gets totally turned around. And Prescott's trying to beat the safety with the football, knowing he has a shot. Then to Amari Cooper. It's really a well-thrown ball by Prescott.
That's the best throw I've seen Dak make all year.
And to finish this drive off.
I know we're only 4 games in, but that was money. I mean, he's had some money ones already. That could not have been thrown any better. If that ball was off one way or the other, it's not incomplete. It's getting picked off.
This could have been Giants' ball. They could go in a tie ball game because this offense, as we know, I mean,
right through the defender's arms, like it was a field goal.
All things considered, Joe Judge is saying, "Hey, this is a one-possession game." The Cowboys, on the other hand, totally frustrated that they're not up by more and feel like they've allowed the Giants to hang in. Boy, Amari Cooper
make adjustments in the locker room. Come out storming in the second half. Know what I'm hanging in the second half. It's that simple. It's that simple. First half was what it was. We had some mistakes. We had a couple turnovers. Dak hasn't played a perfect game. He's had some money throws, and he's also had some mistakes. Dropped the snap. Had a ball tip at the line. Got picked off. Had a second one got tipped at the line. Almost picked off. Yeah, it's very frustrating because you feel like we could be up about 3 touchdowns right now. But can't nothing be done about it. All you can do is go in the locker room, adjust what needs to be adjusted, and play better in the third quarter.
Let's go back to that sequence of events with the injury to Daniel Jones on a 3rd and goal. He goes helmet to helmet, really kind of initiated that contact with Jabril Cox. He stumbles away. Mike Glennon takes over. He hands to Devontae Booker for the touchdown. We didn't see it on TV. John Hussey, who is a referee, they lost track of where they were in the break.
That's unbelievable. I don't know how you let that happen.
Now it's 17-10 Dallas. There's a screen. Booker, not a lot of room. Up to the 31, that's it. It's the right idea, though, by Jason.
I think the Giants probably just going to let this go.
Something safe.
They got a backup quarterback. They don't have Saquon. They're feeling mighty proud of themselves. Only be down 7-9-0. What's happening in this game?
Right now, with a quarterback who just hasn't played a lot of football recently, he's got 27 NFL starts. Right now, with his 6th different team over the last 6 years. A lot of movement. It's Mike Glennon, 31 years old. This is the end. That's the end. This is the end. My only friend, the end, says John Hussey. 17-10, Dallas is on top. And to play the first half.
Bottom line, if we're playing a better team, we're not winning this game right now.
It's Dak Prescott. 49 yards to C.D. Lamb. Hit in strong.
Got to fix it. Mike McCarthy, Elmore, Dan Quinn. You got to fix it in the locker room. Come out storming.
10-zip. It's now 17-10. Cowboys. Giants get the ball to start the second half. Rise in halftime is coming up after this from your local Fox station.
I'm protecting on the racial street. Not CBS, you moron.
Deal with your sister and do not disappoint. I think you have a problem.
I'll be right back, guys. All right.
Whatever it is in Texas, we say it with Shiner. Welcome to the Verizon Halftime, the official 5G network of the NFL. This is 5G built right.
Injuries, obviously, the story for the Giants in the first half. We welcome you to the Verizon Halftime. Let's roll through some other highlights here, starting with the Cardinals.
Trey Lance getting his first start in for the injured quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo of the 49ers. James Conner for Arizona takes him to the outside 1-yard touchdown run. Arizona up 7-0 over the visiting 49ers. And then on 4th and go, Trey Lance, he had him wide open in the flat. I don't know what he was looking for. And then he tries to pound it in. That's not going to work, young man. You won't be around long if you keep doing that. Arizona's 10-0 over San Francisco Browns. At Los Angeles Chargers, there's LeBron James, the great LeBron James of the Lakers. Nick Chubb inside, bounce outside, turn on the speed. 52 yards later, got himself a touchdown. Cleveland, awfully impressive in the first half. 27-13 over the Los Angeles Chargers. Bears at the Raiders. Justin Fields, rookie quarterback, #1 pick out of Ohio State. He finds Jesper Horsted, 2-yard touchdown pass right there. That is Fields' first career passing touchdown in the NFL. Bears 14-3 over the Las Vegas Raiders.
The Packers' Mason Crosby missed 4 kicks, but got the game winner in overtime at Cincinnati. Philadelphia takes care of Carolina. Pittsburgh gets its first win since week 1. Minnesota wins on the last-second field goal. 5 touchdown passes for Tom Brady.
Oh, Minnesota actually made it.
4 touchdown passes for Jameis Winston in the Saints' victory. New England takes care of Houston on the last-second field goal. Tennessee gives Jacksonville its 20th consecutive loss, and Atlanta wins in London over the New York Jets. Now, right now on the scoreboard, the Cowboys are the story, up by 7, but really the injuries are the big headline when you look at this situation for the Giants, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, when you have Slayton's out already, Shepard's out, you have Barkley go down like that, then Jones goes down as well. Yeah, just horrible luck. But for this team, defensively, they haven't had any injuries. So defensively, can they at least slow the offense of the Cowboys down? Haven't had that much luck outside the Cowboys turn the ball over themselves in the first half. And then offensively, can they just maintain, keep it close? They get the ball coming out in the second half, and this first drive could be really important for the rest of the game.
It's not like the Giants are doing anything astronomical to beat us.
We're just highlights as we continue with the Verizon halftime. Amari Cooper with the Verizon plate of the first half.
We're just not playing very good on the offensive side.
Verizon has been named the best network in America for the 2nd year in a row, proving once again that
I'll give them credit for batting the ball at the line and getting the pick, but like on the when Dak got the snap, ain't nothing the Giants did to make that happen. Dak just got the snap.
We've had some giant reveals.
I'm speechless.
And Fox Wednesday,
Dak's missed a couple of guys. There's been 1 or 2 drops.
With a new costume that's the longest in Masked Singer history.
I'm in love.
They have contained Zeke and Tony better than I thought they would. I will say that.
See who's behind the mask on an all-new Masked Singer, followed by an all-new Alter Ego. Wednesday on Fox.
Feeling lost. Help?
Do it, move.
Put yourself out there.
it's okay to be lost.
All the Friday Night SmackDown live at 80s on FS1.
I'm a professional athlete. I've fought through depression before. I fight through anxiety. And the reality is that everyone goes through this every day. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel depressed. These are emotions that we all go through, and we need to embrace these emotions and have ways and methods to work through them.
Tim Ryan here.
And I'm Lauren Criswell, here to remind you that good days here for you tomorrow morning with local news, weather, and traffic.
We have a lot of it. 6 hours to be exact.
What does that mean for you?
Traffic hotspots, constantly changing weather conditions, too.
So much going on here and all around the world. We'll bring you all of it.
No matter when you start your day, live and local, that's Good Day.
4 to 10 a.m. on Fox 4. See you in the morning.
Here for you at halftime. This is a Fox 4 News Break.
Hello, everyone. I'm Blake Hansen. The threat of severe weather moving up tonight's main stage concert at the State Fair of Texas. Alberto?
Strong to potentially severe storms return back to North Texas, bringing the threat of damaging straight-line winds and large hail. We'll be keeping track on social media and throughout the night. Details tonight.
Good night to keep your WAP handy. Also tonight, 1 year after a young Dallas woman disappeared, her mother still hopeful that someone will come forward with information. Homicide is investigating. Mike?
I'm Mike Ducey. Join me for 30 minutes of Cowboys post-game coverage coming up tonight at 10 on Free for All. The plays that made the difference, the talking points that will have everybody buzzing, and Jeff Kolb at the stadium with post-game perspective from the players tonight at 10.
We'll have all the day's news first at 9. Now, the rest of the Cowboys-Giants game.
With over 3.5 million downloads, Texas trusts the web. Fox 4's weather app. Download the web free from Fox 4.
Tens of thousands of women in Texas will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year.
Thousands will die from it.
For nearly 2 decades, Fox 4 has joined up with Susan G. Komen to help fight for a cure.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
If you need help or you just want to help, call 877-GO-KOMEN.
Justin and I met in 2007, and we've been married for 6 years. Justin's very outgoing, never meets a stranger, loves his family, all about his girls. He's always loved Christmas. Now that we have 2 kids, Christmas is enormous. So he is all about them. The week after 4th of July, he was at home not feeling good. He went and got a COVID test. He tested positive. They admitted him to the ICU and they sedated him for 38 days. I visit him every day in the hospital since he's been off of isolation. The oldest one doesn't want to FaceTime yet. I recently showed her a picture of him sitting up on the side of the bed. And, she was afraid to see him. Justin and I talked about whether or not we were going to get the vaccine and thought it was too new. I'm okay less than a week later, and he's been in the ICU for
halftime always drags on for me.
I know we have a long road ahead of us.
TXU Energy has a new kind of energy plan. It's called Freedom Rewards, and it earns you 30% in free electricity for every $1 you spend on energy charges.
So I'm automatically rewarded just for doing what I normally do?
That's right. Just sit back and watch your energy cash continue to grow.
Almost like an energy savings account that grows over time.
Exactly. Use it anytime you'd like, or keep watching it grow.
That is a big deal.
TXU Energy. Easy to choose, easy to use.
Today's Cowboys game is sponsored by your North Texas Ford dealers.
Out of the farmlands and barrios of America, young people of Latin descent make their way to the local playing fields, suited in hometown colors, the numbers of their favorite players ironed onto their backs.
Haven't had the best
These
first half.
niños and niñas are ready to claim this turf as their own. A game
We're still in the lead.
Run, catch, spin, leap, and celebrate all of
Come
the
out swinging on defense, take the ball
a game
away.
where every flag is created equal.
And let's start getting some separation.
Is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
was today's game flow, brought to you by Progressive. We've seen a little bit of everything so far, including too many injuries for the Giants, including their top running back, Saquon Barkley, their main man under center, and Daniel Jones. Started the game without Andrew Thomas in the lineup. They're the first half stats, 7-point game. 17-10 Dallas. C.J. Ford waiting for the kick from Greg Zuerlein. And then we'll see what Mike Glennon can do. All 6'7", 225 pounds of it. He's in the spotlight now as the kick heads into the back of the end zone and out. Let's go down to Tom Rinaldi.
Well, Joe, speaking with Joe Judge on his way out of the locker room back here to the field after halftime, he did confirm Daniel Jones is done for this day. After that helmet-to-helmet hit that we saw, which was so difficult, you see the collision. Jones right now, as we showed you, staggered. And then Saquon Barkley in the first quarter with this.
That was a good defensive goal line stand for the first 3 plays.
He is also out for the rest of the game. Both players carted off. Now Glennon under center. As much adversity as Joe Judge's team can handle, he said we bring 53 guys to make the trip, Tom. Everybody should be ready to play, and we are.
Glennon keeps. Great protection. Throws and has Tony. Rodarius Tony down the sideline. And a big play to start the second.
Somebody busted the coverage on that one.
From Glennon to Tony. For 35. Such a great route by
Cowboys fan 88. If we lose this game, we have 0. I mean 0 excuses.
Instead, because of the protection in the pocket, Glennon's able to sit back there and allow Tony to do his thing. Here he is on the near side. Wrestled out by the 35. Curse on the stop, a gain of 5. If they can give Glennon time in the pocket and then play action stuff, especially on early downs, it's really good because they've got speed, whether it be Ross or Tony, that they can use that speed to get these defensive backs running the way that Tony did with Diggs, and that allows the separation within the route. But you got to have time in the pocket to let them utilize the speed they have. Here's Booker, and the play is made off the edge by Odigizua. Here's Aaron Andrews.
Joe, I asked Mike McCarthy with no Saquon Barkley and no Daniel Jones for the Giants defensively. What do they do when they don't know what New York is going to throw at them? He said they will have to tweak a few calls because they were tailored to the two of those players. He said they're focused defensively. Do what they just did on that play. Stop the run offensively. You already know what he said. Loved everything about it, just not those two turnovers.
Early turnover on 4th down, and one as they were inside the 5 of the Giants. 3rd down and 5 here for Glennon. Cowboys came across early. Glennon's going to slide down to the 1st down anyway. Daniel Jones, and it is an offside call. Daniel Jones is one of the most athletic quarterbacks in the NFL. Glennon is not in that category, but he shows what he can do here.
Offside. Defense number 93. 5-yard penalty for the previous spot. Results in a 1st down.
We were just told that Kenny Galladay is out for the rest of the game with a knee injury. I was just going to say, I didn't see him on the field, and then I'm looking at the sidelines. I don't see him anywhere on the sidelines. And then we just got word from the truck that he's out. And a hamstring injury.
Stand up, defense. Let's go.
Their big free agent addition not available. Here is a throw and a completion. Tackle made.
Good wrap up by Trayvon.
C.J. Ford after a gain of 2.
Somebody missed an assignment earlier. I don't know who it was.
So they're down to Ford. They have Colin Johnson, Kadarius Toney, and John Ross. I think the guy who's got to be able to step up for him is Evan Ingram. He's one of the veteran guys, Pro Bowl player from a year ago. They're leaning on Toney already, the rookie. Booker carries. Wilson's on the stop. Third down coming up.
All right, third down. Third down.
This injury list is ridiculous. That's without Slayton and Shepard to start, and Thomas on the bench. Their left tackle. There's Sterling Shepard. Yeah, those are just the guys that lets the game begin. Third down and 5.
Get off the field, D. Oh, there it is. Bad snap.
The field goal team comes on for New York. It's going to be a running play, a little bit like what we saw earlier with Prescott. Just Glennon unable to handle it. They're going to get the ball to Booker. Got a guard pulling.
It's pretty similar to what happened with Dak. It wasn't a perfect snap. It was there.
A lot more
you expect the quarterback to handle that.
51-yard try.
He's back.
51 missed
playing
from
the game.
54.
One of the most routine things the quarterback does is get the snap. That's the one thing that you do every play.
Good. And the Giants take that kickoff to start the second half. They go down and get 3. Trailed by 4 on America's Game of the Week.
All right. Get them in there, job. Held them to 3. Now it's offense turn to try to get some separation.
They're helpful but annoying. They always leave us snoring. Accidents are boring.
So, when do you all go home? Never. We're here for you 24/7. How terrifying.
Protection's so good, it's scary. The Addams Family 2, now playing everywhere.
I'm in a room in the famous place. Oh, lots more crazy. Yeah, it sure is like from over there.
Your mom's gotta go.
She's family.
She's using my Old Spice moisturizer with shea butter, and she's wearing my robe.
We're out.
New brisket at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guapped. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
Raw power is an iron fist. Ram power
It's
puts it in
just
a
a classic Cowboys and Giants game.
with its legs. Ram power also lifts with its brain.
It seems like no matter what the records are, no matter how both the teams are performing
Does what's never been done before.
against other competition, when the Cowboys and the Giants meet up, it always seems to be
Doing Ram power
a close
days.
game. There's a lot of
Now
close
get
calls.
$3,550 in total values, or get 0%
turnovers,
financing for 72 months on the 2021
Whether it's
Ram
high scoring or low scoring, there's not a lot of separation.
This week, as the White Sox fight for their playoff lives, the ALDS Game 3 tonight on FS1. Want to tackle your fitness? Hey Siri, tell me more about Apple Fitness Plus.
I want to tackle whatever. Looking at a damn
Game
commercial
out
so
here in
damn
Arlington,
long.
Texas. Cowboys about to get the ball back. As the Giants just got the 51-yard field goal by Graham Gano, his second field goal of the ball game. Pollard waiting for the kick from Gano. Out to the 25, he will come into the booth. You get the peak. Joe Buck along with
I always felt like it was amazing how far those kickers can do it.
hanging in there, but
Not
the
very
Giants
much
are
more.
hanging in
I
there
mean,
despite this crazy injury.
Gano was
list.
basically
But
just
now,
trotting
before
until the
game
last
has
2
happened,
steps.
since the game has started, this is a chance for Joe Judge to really rally his troops, and so far, it's a one-score game. Yeah, I mean, already I would say that it's been somewhat impressive what the Giants have been able to do. That was a small victory, even with that opening possession of the second half, to be able to come away with 3 points. Here's C.D. Lamb. He delivers a blow right into Logan Ryan.
Here's the thing now. Here's the thing now. If you're the Cowboys, You want people to talk about you among the NFL. You want people to mention you up there with the Bucks and your Green Bays and your Rams and your Arizona and your all those teams like that. At least as far as the offense is concerned. They don't have a quarterback. They don't have a running back. This is when you need to put the hammer down, right now.
We talked about it, Joe. Obviously, special teams and defense going to have to do their part for the Giants. And you just wonder, as this second half rolls along, if the Giants are able to remain within striking distance,
take advantage of the situation.
Just how much frustration will we see from
this
the
is the measure of a good
They
team.
understand what's happening. And they believe that they are a good football
Cowboys
team.
were favored in this game
I think they're one of the best in the league.
before the Giants lost Saquon and Daniel Jones.
I'm not on the same page with Cooper as Prescott. And that brings up 3rd down and 6. Yeah, and this is the key then for the Giants is being able to make a play somehow on 3rd down. You know, another snap by Bionis, which is just a little bit off. I don't think that impacted anything within the play with the miscommunication on the outside. But as a quarterback, that's not something you want to have to be concerning yourself with when you're dealing with a pass rush and trying to look at coverage. 3rd down and 6. Prescott has some room. Throws and shoots.
I thought he was going to run for that. He probably could have ran for that.
For the first down, but his eyes downfield and a 30-yard completion to Dalton Schultz.
That's what I try to tell people. Dak is not a running quarterback. He's a quarterback who can also run. There's a difference. Running quarterbacks can't do that and make that throw that Dak just made.
Jackson, I think it was on Lamb who he's grabbing, and Prescott gets off of it, and then it's Schultz who really
Over the defender in front of the other one.
goes to the open spot on the field. And Prescott hits him. Elliott right side cuts up field. 3-yard carry by Ezekiel Elliott, who's been more involved in the results. Shown that he's been on a run coming off a 143-yard game in the win over Carolina on 20 carries, his most work of the young season. Yeah, no, he's gotten
See what you got in your bag of tricks coming forward.
And it's easy to get better each week when you open up the season.
I want 6.
And that run defense.
3 just still keeps it a 1-touchdown game. Continuing to let them hang around.
Rushing team. Passes long away catch. Amari Cooper. And he just took it off the top of the turf and a rolling grab for 15 yards. Really nice grab. That's one that Prescott would like to have back. But Cooper is able to go.
Yeah, it was a little low. It was a little low.
Sunday against Carolina.
But that's what you expect elite receivers to do. Every throw is not going to be perfect. Oh, dear God.
Yeah, he's really hurt because you don't see that from Ezekiel Elliott. See how he landed here. As he grabbed at his hip or looked back when he came down after hitting into that pylon. The pylon and the marker as well. They lay it down, which you do. It's a good job by them over on the chain game. But he lands, and I think that's probably what got him the most, more than the pylon, is the pole. I don't know, but you've seen Zeke get banged up, but you don't see him stay on the ground as long as he has here. What I'm saying, Joe, is a lot like last Sunday against Carolina, that they were in a dogfight for that first half as well, trading punches.
We can't lose Zeke. He'll be all right, man.
We see Zeke coming off, and we'll find out what his status is. But
I love Tony as much as anybody,
in
but
the second half, and you sense that that's about.
I don't like him as a belt out. He's good because we also have Zeke to tire out the defense, get the defense banged up, and then when there's fatigue from trying to bring him down, Tony comes in and slaps him. I'm not saying Tony can't be productive without Zeke, but he's obviously much better when Zeke is also a factor.
Prescott in trouble. Able to throw it to the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Now Cooper's hobbling.
Now Amari Cooper goes limping back toward the.
What in the world is going on? Did the fucking injury fairy show up at the stadium?
Logan Ryan had pressure on Prescott, and Cooper got hurt. And Cooper looks like he very well could be done. Like we talked about, he was banged up coming in, but the way he's walking, I don't expect to see him again today. But Logan Ryan, he hit it pretty well. Prescott was not anticipating him coming off the edge. And right at the end, but that was Julian Wright at the end of the play. Here's a pass, incomplete, and flat.
I almost felt like that was going to Dalton Schultz.
Bradbury got too much at number
Dalton Schultz was wide open.
Well, here comes Zeke back into the game.
Let's go, Zeke. We need you, baby.
The right arm around the waist. That's the first Giants penalty of the game. And by the way, Amari Cooper was back out on the field. And they changed personnel groups on first and goal. They came off. That's the old ropey goal, where they just kind of fake you out. Here's Elliott. He is brought down in the backfield by Austin Johnson, who came through. Let's go back and just see.
He just took a shot to the side from that first down pole.
The right ankle, right leg for Amari Cooper. Checked out, came back on, coming back out, but at least seems okay to continue.
He seems to be walking regular now. He can't afford to lose either one of those guys. We already missing Gallup. That's one thing Cowboys been crazy about all year is our depth.
Great toss.
Wow. 3 minutes ago, this dude was laying on his back on the sideline holding his side, and he just high-stepped into the end zone. He's not a human. He's not a human. I don't know what else to say. And that right there, that's exactly why we can't afford to lose him. Say whatever you want about Tony. I love Tony. But if he's our only back, we're going to have some issues. I'm not saying he won't be productive, but it ain't going to be like it is right now.
The extra point now by Zerline. Prescott, 3 touchdown passes over the last 4 drives. Dr. Aikman, who got his degree from OU, carried on at UCLA. I think Zeke's okay, folks. 11-point game in Arlington.
Rated M for mature.
Play it day one with Xbox Game Pass.
And the win goes to Acura. Back-to-back win to Acura.
This kind of domination
What a
is
performance!
on the verge of a dynasty.
Acura wins Daytona. What's next for these guys?
It's time for the and for the real action to begin. He's lining up the kick, and we're just about under. It's time to start the 2021 NFL season.
I'm on my way home.
Tonight, I'll be eating. You know what? Why would I give you the specifics of my order? That's very personal. Thanks, boss. I mean, that's between me and my belly. Hey, you show my food?
My plaque psoriasis, the itching, the burning.
The stinging. My skin was no longer mine.
My psoriatic
So it's 24-13. That's exactly what we need.
Painful.
I said that at halftime. I said we need to come out with a defensive stop, and then we need to come out offensively with a touchdown. Defense held the Giants to a field goal, which I consider that a defensive stop. Obviously, it was very no points. 3 points a lot better than 7. And then the offense came out and scored a touchdown.
Tremfya may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them.
Now we need the defense to come get another stop.
Or if you had a vaccine.
Maybe a Trayvon Diggs interception, hint. And
Jansen can help you explore
some separation in the score. Yes.
Still working on the low left back of Ezekiel Elliott on the sideline.
I don't want to let the Giants hang around for very long and keep them believing that they got a chance in this game.
That was.
Stuff like that is a recipe for disaster in the fourth quarter. You let a team like this hang around. Especially they've lost their quarterback, they've lost Saquon.
At their biggest lead.
Yeah, they're still in their minds. They're still in this game. So
Hill got a lot steeper to climb for the Giants with the offensive output over the first 4 weeks. 70% of that total offense is out with injury. When you talk about Jones and Barkley and Shepard and Slayton and now Galladay.
Yeah, and though, Joe Judge, he doesn't want to hear about it. There's no excuses. Every man has a job to do. He comes from the Bill Belichick coaching tree. And like we heard, he expects these guys to come out and do their job. That's what they're paid to do.
And good protection downfield for Pollard. Number 6 on the year. And tackle at the 41.
I can't even say nothing no more. All I can say is be Captain Obvious, 6 interceptions in 5 games. You can't do no more commentary about it. His play speaks for itself.
Number 18.
Did I call that or what? I said I would like a Trayvon Diggs interception on this drive. He almost had 2 earlier. He had one that he caught, but he was out of bounds. He may have had it in bounds. He had 15 foot left. And he had the other one that was in his hands and got wrestled away from by the receiver.
Now grab a taco because it's late.
And tomorrow is a brand new day.
There's something I want to ask you.
It's a little soon.
The new iPhone 13 Pro is here. What do you say? Switch to T-Mobile?
We're going to reach a point in the season where teams are just going to stop throwing to whatever side. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell clean? Downy Unstoppables In-Wash Scent Boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer.
I'll put it to y'all like
if
this.
You want laundry to smell fresh for weeks? Make sure you have Downy Unstoppables In-Wash Scent Boosters.
Other delivery apps add surprise fees, but at Domino's we're adding on.
I'll put it to y'all like this. The Cowboys record for the most interceptions in the season is 11. Everson Waters. 5 games into the season. His second season in the league. 5 games in. He's 5 games away from tying.
An edge on his game. Just like a verified approval gives you an edge on your offer.
I did.
When you need a
the NFL record for anybody who's wondering is 14.
5 yards downfield. Hurry back to throw. Flushed out. Rolling left in trouble. Slips a tackle.
Kellen Moore needs to be like a shark smelling blood in the water right now and go for the jugular. Don't be no toying around.
Is it caught? Is it caught?
Trying to be cute or anything like that. Let's go put this game away.
Stat that.
This city could use all the heroes it could get. 911, all new tomorrow on Fox.
We're going to find out a lot about how much resolve the Giants have if the Cowboys score a touchdown on this drive. If we score a touchdown and the Giants get the ball right back to us, basically they're tapping out. If they come down and match it,
interception this season. He's had at least one.
We got a game on our hands.
Tying a team record set by Don Bishop, 61.
Go back to last year. That's his 9th interception in the last 10 games played.
Here's Pollard taking his way. Here he goes. Down inside the 35. Flag is down back at the 30.
The holding.
Giants believe it's coming back. And it is.
Holding. Offense number 78. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Dexter Lawrence was making the case that he was held by Biadasz, but they got Terrence Steele, the right tackle.
That's exactly what you can't do.
It moves the ball back to the 31.
Mike McCarthy, he's not
trying to put this game on ice, and you're bringing big plays back with flags.
They may have just called the wrong number. So now first and 20. Try it again. Pollard crosses the 35 and gets 5. Let's go back and look at this interception by Trayvon Diggs. This is very Deion Sanders-like. I saw this so many times. He lets a guy go to the deep post, but he's got so much confidence in his speed and his makeup ability that he then makes up the speed. You see how he's able to close the gap.
He's just baiting quarterbacks. He's just letting guys come open, just open enough to where the quarterback throws it. And the second that ball leaves the quarterback's hands, he's close on the ground.
Prescott throws to Brown, who somehow stays up and takes it to the 44.
He's making these interceptions. They're not being given to him.
There's a lot of talk about shutdown.
He's making the quarterback throw to the receiver that he's on, and then he's taking it.
He'd go weeks without even getting a ball in his vicinity. And what he's been able to do, Trayvon Diggs, I really do believe that there's going to come a time when he's going to get tested every now and then.
What's up, Cowboys fan 88? Welcome to the stream.
When you start putting it up, especially on deep balls, when you think you have a guy.
We're a small show here. We're not getting Shango views by any means, but we all love the Cowboys. That's all that matters.
On 3rd down, Prescott throws too high and incomplete. There's a flag down on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense. Number 51.
That took a shot.
Automatic. First down.
It's against Ojulari. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's late as hell.
To how many launches, everything you can't do.
They're going to call that 100 times out of 100. You can't do that.
So instead of forcing a 4th down, remember that hold that backed up the Cowboys. Now they have a first down at the Giants 41. Under 5.5 to go, quarter number 3. Pollard.
I haven't seen Zeke at all on this drive.
Let's go to Aaron Andrews.
Well, just to add on Trayvon Diggs, I spoke to DB's coach, Al Harris, who knows a thing or two about playing cornerback, about Diggs. And, I mean, as you can imagine, just lighting up, talking about him, said he's mild-mannered, very mature. What they're stressing to him this year, eye discipline.
Think about this, guys. We've got a rookie first-round pick and a second-round pick in his second year in the league leading this defense, basically. Everyone else, every single other player is following him. That's just insane to me.
Throwing his own guys out of the way. A 13-yard carry. And Connor Williams is slow to get up. He was out in front of that. I'll tell you to follow up on what Aaron Andrews said. They're being coached by some good people over there for the Cowboys. That secondary with Joe Vitt. And then Al Harris, he was a guy I played against. He was a 3rd corner for the Eagles back earlier in his career, and he was terrific. I mean, he was a ball hawk and a really smart player. You always had to be smart when you were.
Diggs might be elite.
He went and had some really good years with the Green Bay
Cowboys fan. There's some people who's not gonna like me using that word. Oh, it's too early. That's only a second year. All of that. What he's doing right now, and he's not doing it against terrible competition. I know today it's the Giants.
So now
he's been right there with Justin Herbert. He's been right there with Brady.
That's part of the frustration for them. I think
so,
that's the challenge going to be going forward. When they're playing against some of these teams, whether it's Carolina on Sunday, the Giants here today, they
Sam Darnold,
get the
who's
whole game yet, and when they look out,
not a terrible quarterback by any means, not the best in the league either. But
that was kind of the Achilles heel coming this year. But boy, they are creating takeaways.
I never thought that he was the problem with the Jets. I'll put it that way. Oh, there's a sack. 3rd and long now.
And a big play by this Giants defense as Johnson gets the sack. Johnson, big number 98 right there in the middle. He gets a straight shot. He's able to get past. He beats Connor Williams, the left guard. You know, for a big man, he shows up a lot in his ability to push the pocket. And boy, they desperately needed a play like that. Here's what they desperately don't need. Another player is down for the Giants. That's Rodarius Williams, the rookie. Take a break. Come back after this.
I just want to start flaming
If you love that chicken from Popeyes, you'll love our nuggets. They're crispy, juicy, and packed with our signature homestyle Louisiana flavor. Try an 8-piece today for $3.99.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
If your fantasy football team is losing to the one team in your league who hasn't changed their lineup all season, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Come on, hop on. Good morning. It's the NBA 75th. It's all about the brotherhood here.
Good morning, neighbor. Good morning.
There's a piece of this game for everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, or you that too. You don't know. Now that's just fun. Even nicknames take on a life of their own. Somebody called the doctor. Oh, that's code. We've come a long way from the pizza basket, and we've seen kids turn into kings and give it all back to the next generation. When it comes to legends, the NBA's got more than its fair share.
And I ain't finished yet.
That's what I'd like to do. It's been 75 seasons and counting. One thing's for certain.
My bad.
Game don't stop.
It's a long-ass commercial.
This Big News Saturday on Fox. The kickoff crew gets it started at 10 Eastern. And look at him go! It's the John Robinson and Texas, facing number 12, Oklahoma State. All part of Big News Saturday on Fox and the Fox Sports.
They're doing better than me, Cowboys fan 88. I'm 31. And I've been a Cowboys fan since I was about 8 years old. I started watching a couple of years after our last one. I've never seen this win. I've never seen this win an NFC championship. I've never seen this play in an NFC championship.
Here's a screen for Pollard trying to get some of the yards back.
Jeez.
And recovered by the Cowboys. 14-yard catch and run. Pollard making moves but lost the ball.
All right, field goal.
Downfield was there to cover up. Well, the Giants were able to make a play. It looked for a minute like the Giants were going to, it was hard to believe initially based on where the Giants players were that the Cowboys were able to get back on it. Giannis was there. Jay Crowder's the one that ripped it out. 38-yard try by Zerline. Thunders it through. And this is a 14-point game in Texas. We'll be right back after these messages from Pepsi and KFC.
If you're watching this rivalry unfold while folding laundry, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
One crispy Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich for you, and a delicious crispy spicy one for whoever needs a little kick in the keister. Get the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich in classic or spicy for just $3.99. It's finger licking good.
Well, the Eagles won today. They're 2-3. Washington lost. They're 2-3.
With more interceptions than all the two teams Through the first 4 games, he's added.
Yeah, I saw that stat the other day, and it's still true. Trayvon Diggs has more interceptions by himself than 30 other entire teams have.
This Dallas team was -7 in the turnover ratio at this point last year. They came into this game at +7. That for Dan Quinn, something he preaches in a big switch.
Yeah, you want me to
the
hold
takeaways in the night, protected it on the offensive side of the ball. The reason for the big turnaround. Trayvon Diggs was a young guy last year, and the defense that they were running, it seemed to be a lot of volume and a lot of mistakes. And Trayvon Diggs kind of went through some of the early year rookie learning situations, and then he got better as the season went along, and he's carried it over into this season. But you look at the last couple of years and the personnel that Will McClay and Jerry Jones and company have been able to bring in. It's been quite a group, and this has been I know Trayvon's a second-year player, but a good group of rookies with Micah Parsons and Jose Dubois at UCLA, and so they've got some guys that have contributed and have built the foundation going forward.
Cowboys, Sophie. My man Trayvon Diggs right there.
The turnaround from last year, the numbers don't totally reflect.
Indeed. Sophie is very much a Cowboys fan. And Manchez and Jimmy are outside, and they're also Cowboys fans. And then you got the Cats in there. You got Cheeto, Cheeto, BB, and Biddy are also Cowboy fans. That's my bearded dragon right here, Godzilla, who's also a Cowboy fan. I don't know if it's a male or a female yet, so it's just Godzilla for now. Probably put you down on the bed. I don't want to get excited and drop you. I throw my hands up after the school. Oh, I dropped it down.
It's the rookie with a great grab on the sideline.
Good catch right there.
Tony has made a couple of catches that are stunning. That's really good. It's pretty good coverage by Jordan Lewis overall right there in the slot. And you get the press outside looks, and then you have all that field to work with, and you lay it out there. But pretty good coverage by Lewis. It's just the rookie Tony going up and being able to make a play on the ball. This guy, he hasn't played a lot. You know, he's still a raw talent. But boy, the last 2 weeks, he's done a lot of good things. Tony came out after that last play injured, and he's on the bench getting looked at. Believe it or not.
Nobody in the world.
Defense, number 91. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Nobody in the world feels bad or should feel bad for the Giants right now. Yeah, obviously you would rather have everybody healthy. Me personally, as their opponents, I would rather have everybody on their side. Because you don't really learn a lot when that's not the case. But what's going on with the Giants right now? Also running back, also quarterback, losing receivers, came into this game without their starting corner. That's been the story of the Cowboys for years. That was the story of the Cowboys last year. You know how many people felt bad for us? Exactly this many.
Not so much on that play, but on the play to Kadarius Toney, he's getting back there.
Next man up, they said. Which I've always kind of hated that because, yeah, you want to have depth, you want to be able to trust your backups, but at the end of the day, there's a reason why some guys are making $15 million, some are making 10, some are making 8, and some are making 5, and some are making 2. And some are making less than $1 million.
For the first 3 quarters here in Texas. Cowboys lead by 14.
Some guy named Dallas. That's what's up.
From your local Fox station.
We used to have a parrot named Dak. We got rid of him. He was annoying.
My name is Giancarlo Esposito.
That's not a shot at Dak Prescott at all. I love me so much.
Villain yet.
His actual name was Dak. And he was annoying as hell. Chirping and squawking all hours of the night. You can put a blanket over the cage, didn't matter.
I now face someone entirely new. You.
That bird did not believe in sleep at all.
Rated M for mature.
We got him from somebody else, and Dak was already his name. And that's what he answered to. And, parrots are really smart. So.
I had a lot of bad days with gout, but that one took the wedding cake. Even with medicine, my uric acid was still too high to stop painful gout buildup. Then a gout specialist told me about Cristexa.
Cristexa is a prescription medicine for adults with gout whose symptoms are not controlled by other gout medicines.
I learned Cristexa quickly starts working to break down gout buildup.
Cristexa is an infused medicine. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur while taking Cristexa. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms such as shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Cristexa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Cristexa if you have a rare disorder called G6PD deficiency or favism. Before receiving Cristexa, tell your doctor if you have a history of heart problems and all the medicines you take. Cristexa may cause gout flare-ups, allergic reactions, nausea, bruising, sore throat, constipation, chest pain, and vomiting.
I received Cristexa for about 6 months. Now I'm in control, not gout.
Find a doctor who specializes in gout at goutdocnow.com.
If you've been in an accident, you probably have a lot of questions. Well, after more than 25 years in the business, Thomas J. Henry has the answers. Visit us online at tjhlaw.com/help to get answers to all your personal injury questions. Or call us today to speak directly with an attorney who can answer.
Athens, Texas. I know exactly where that's at.
J. Henry, here to answer your questions 24/7.
I know exactly where that's at. I used to live in Emory.
See you in the morning.
And I'm from a town called Mahia. And I used to date a girl when I lived in Emory. And I was dating a girl that still lived in Mahia. And I used to go out a couple times a month and spend the weekend with her. And Athens was about the halfway point.
47 yards of offense by the rookie. His clock has been sped up because of the injuries to the other receivers. Great action. Glenn gets hit, and there's Tony.
Michael Parsons shot out of a cannon on that play. Damn near got there.
Vander Esch forces him out of bounds after a gain of 13. They run him out to the wide side, and then the receiver to that side clears out. So he's got all kinds of room out in front of him once he catches that football. Hey, the Cowboys have been in total control of this game, and yet if the Giants are able to punch one in here, it is game over. Ryan Pryor's pass to Ingram, the spinning grab. Beautiful catch by Evan Ingram for 13, and he sets up 1st and goal. You're not kidding. I mean, to be able to turn and make that play shows you the athleticism that he has. I mean, it's one thing to back shoulder, it's another thing it was so far away from him. Really nice play. Well, these receivers now staring back into the sun. And out to Booker, Vander Esch.
A good tackle by Wolf Hunter there.
A loss of 2. Vander Esch, he's looking right into the sun. He's working through there. They double team in front of him. It's the job of those guys up front. Keep the linebackers clean. Vander Esch has a clean lane in order to come in and make a play. Point game.
Defense. Let's go. All day. You gotta give our coverage guys a pat on the back there. They held on strong for a minute. Pass rush was not generating anything. Daniel Jones got time to sit there, put his feet up, have some coffee, call his mama. The coverage held up the entire time. Good secondary.
Third down, but you have to believe it's 4 down, right? The Cowboys have to take a timeout on defense. Fox Super 6 is giving you a chance to win $25,000 of Terry Bradshaw's money. It's free to play. Enter anytime before the Bucs Eagles game this Thursday.
Let's go, Cowboys. I kind of forgot what it feels like to lose. We ain't lost in a few weeks now. I don't want to start today.
Down download the app and play for free. Yeah, I would think it's a 14-point game, and even if you score here, then you got to stop Dak Prescott in this offense, which has gotten on a roll for Dallas since the early going. You're still looking at a 2-possession game. We'll see if that's the thinking here.
This offense started to find themselves lately. So.
The entire Giants offense went to the sideline in that timeout. There's some confusion right now by the Cowboys trying to get lined up. They got two out here. And they've got Rodarius Tony, a quarterback who keeps. He runs. He didn't get it. Got to the 2. So they split Glennon out. They snap it to Kadarius Toney, who, as we mentioned earlier, played quarterback.
You let him get all that yardage on the Wildcat.
And he stopped at the 2.
You know damn well Tony not going to throw it.
You know, we're talking with Joe Judge the other day because they had a pass call for him last week on reverse. They're going to go on 4th and goal.
Your defense, goal line stand. Let's go. Let's go.
Throws pass is incomplete. No flags. And the defense stops for the Dallas Cowboys as Kadarius Toney and Anthony Brown got tangled up. And Toney went down. No flag. Dallas's ball.
I think Toney just fell down. And then Anthony Brown fell on top of him.
When you're driving a Lincoln, stress seems to evaporate into thin air, which leaves us to wonder.
I'm not going to say it's over yet.
Will it get tangled up in knots?
For all intents and purposes, it should be over. But I learned my lesson last week, and I definitely learned my lesson yesterday. Those of you college football fans watch the Red River Shootout, Longhorns in Oklahoma. I don't need to tell y'all how mad I still am.
You look like a fly.
Why would I give you the specifics of my order? That's very personal. Thanks, boss. I mean, that's between me and my belly. Hey.
35. Score Texas in the second half of that game.
Seeing what people left behind in the Essex.
35 to 10.
Insurance with Geico's help was pretty fun too.
Tiny goes up.
They left a ton of stuff up here.
You damn right, I'm man.
Well, enjoy your house.
Nope. No, thank you.
Geico could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
Global clothing consumption has doubled in the last 15 years. We can change that.
When we make better, we can buy better. And when we buy better, we can wear it longer.
When we wear it longer, we can buy less.
When we buy less, we can waste less.
And when we waste less, we can change for good.
Unbelievable! Buccaneers, there it is! Eagles, Thursday Night Football on Fox, NFL Network, and streaming on Prime Video.
Today's game is sponsored by Lincoln and the power of Sanctuary.
Mike Pereira is with us here in Texas. There was no flag thrown on this play.
Yeah, and I like that there isn't. Look at it. Certainly Brown has contact with him, but when Tony plants with his left foot, it does slip out. So it's one of those that you could see it called either way, but I think really with that left foot slipping out, watch the left foot, I think it's a good no call.
Yeah, he fell before Anthony Brown ever put a hand on him. 11 yards on first down. That'll work. Get us out of the shadow of our own goalpost. Good.
defensively, not coming away with that touchdown. You're hoping that maybe you can create something.
Scored on our last 3 drives, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Yeah, we're feeling the cylinders turning now. Let's not hit the brakes now. Keep your foot on that gas pedal, Kevin Moore.
Cowboys came in averaging 201 yards rushing over the previous 3 games. They're up to 162. Try to add to it with Elliott. Just a couple. Prescott has thrown touchdown passes to Lamb, Cooper, and Elliott. And the Cowboys try to win their 4th straight. This offense, we came in talking about it, Joe, and the ways that they're able to beat you, running the football, throwing the ball.
Do you guys realize this is our last division game until December?
58 times, and that loss against Tampa Bay.
Our last 5 games are Washington, Giants, Washington.
57% of the time, which is highest in the NFL.
Hold on. I'm tripping. I'm going to have to look at the schedule real quick. My mind is all turned around.
Prescott with protection wide open is Lamb. Circles and takes it to the 32. But a flag is down back at the 15. Well, you see the cushion that Rodarius Jackson is giving Lamb. I mean, it's like not even running around against the defender. He's got 10 yards cushion the entire way. Here's the call.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 78 of the offense. 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
So they just lose field position. It's 1st and 10, but Terrence Steele right out there on the edge shoves Austin Johnson.
Yeah, our last 5 games are Washington, Giants, Washington, Arizona, Eagles.
Brings the ball right back basically where it was as it sits 1st and 10 at the 17.
Out of our last 5 games, 4 of them are division games, and the other one's Arizona.
Wilson wants to throw. He's got Noah Brown underthrowing.
I'd like to see a full shot of the field there if there was anybody behind Noah Brown.
I just missed a touchdown. Well, Lamb was even more open than Wilson was. He just got anything on it to either one of them. It's a touchdown. Both guys, Lamb's running up the right sideline. Wilson's crossing on a crossing route.
Yeah, that was a touchdown.
Yeah, Elliott for a couple.
And you know Cedric Wilson mad at himself.
There he goes through
as a receiver, you don't get very many chances to throw a touchdown pass in the big leagues. And that was one there. He knows it too.
Cedric Wilson, who threw a touchdown pass against the Giants in Week 5 last year, knows he missed another. You don't get a lot of chances like that. Those receivers, they got to know about it too, because that was a touchdown. 2nd and 8. Are you already short? Start Saturday strong on Fox with Reggie Bush, Coach Stoops, the big noon kickoff pregame crew, and the undefeated 12th-ranked Oklahoma State Cowboys face number 25 Texas.
I don't know about the Longhorns game. We got work to do.
Starts Saturday at 10 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Yeah, boy, that's going to be a tough week. Texas, after that loss to Oklahoma, and what a win for Oklahoma. Those are the games you hate to see the team lose. But how are they able to bounce back after that devastating loss to take on the Cowboys of Oklahoma State? Prescott airs it out. Wilson. He's got catch. Was he in? Yeah, he sure was. That's such a good.
Cedric Wilson has stepped the hell up, man. We were all saying, what is this offense going to do? How are we going to fare without Michael Gallup? Cedric Wilson said, "Don't y'all even worry about it. I got this." And he certainly has got this. He has done every single thing that's been asked of him and more.
He's so studious.
And Michael Gallup's absence.
They work together all the time, like you said. Knows where he's going to be. The best part about that.
You talk about making the most of an opportunity.
Once he beat the defender, he stayed on top of
Michael Gallup might not be here after this year.
So that Prescott could lay that ball to the boundary. Too many times, young receivers, they start crowding the boundary as a quarterback. You really want to lay it out over that outside shoulder. And Wilson stacked him pretty good to allow him to do it. Here's Elliott right side, a lot of room. Zeke. Touchdown.
Sayonara, baby. I'll go ahead and call it over now. 21, we make the extra point. 21 up with 7:34 left. It would take a collapse bigger than Texas had Saturday to lose this game.
And so still, as we know, he's filling in for Lyle Collins.
98 yards, Bones. You called it.
He's a better run blocker than he is pass protector. But, man, talk about the depth that has been depended on this year for the Cowboys.
We just some clairvoyance in here today.
He's the one who springs Elliott.
I said Trayvon Diggs interception. Sure enough, that next defensive possession for the Cowboys, Trayvon Diggs interception. You said 98-yard drive for a touchdown. That's exactly what happened. We need to go buy some lottery tickets, maybe.
There's a new team in the NFL.
One that plays for home. Everyone's home. Whether you're a rookie or a seasoned pro.
This team has your back. We can help you tackle any project.
We're the Lowe's home team. And anyone can be on it.
Are you in?
Try out for the Lowe's home team today.
To make my vision a reality, I have to take every perspective and see clearly from every point of view. With my Verilux progressive lenses, I seamlessly transition from near to far and see every detail in sharp focus. When you see no limits, there are no limits. Book now at your local Essilor expert to push the limits of your vision. Verilux lenses by Essilor.
Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because every great play starts the night before.
98-yard drive.
My circadian rhythm, average heart rate.
Think about it, y'all.
So I know how well I'm sleeping. It's also temperature balancing, so I
It was 27 to 13.
And automatically adjust to help keep me comfortable all night.
Giants driving down the field.
So I can focus.
They're inside the red zone. If they get a touchdown there, it's 27 to 20. It's a one-possession game with all the time in the world left to play. They go for it on fourth down, they don't get it. And then we go all the way down the field and score a touchdown on our own. That's a good team right here. That's what a good team does.
Having someone else do your books for you.
As your QuickBooks Live bookkeeper, I'll categorize expenses.
The team gave you everything that they had at the end of the game. And they swung and they missed.
QuickBooks, official sponsor of the NFL.
And then you turn around with a shirt turn and you hit it out the park and choke them out. That's what a good team does.
And watch your team on your time.
This team feels different. I'm trying to suppress it because I've had my heart broken so many times. This feels different.
Eighth time in the career of Ezekiel Elliott. He's run one in and then caught one.
47th game with 100-plus total yards, tied third most in team history. With Michael Irvin. Good company there.
In that category. And 7.5 to go. And the undermanned Giants are.
I want to see a Trayvon Diggs pick six. Put the exclamation point on it. Let's go.
Aaron Andrews, the Cowboys have with Elliott and Pollard.
That'd be 7 interceptions in 5 games.
Shot of Ezekiel Elliott smiling, doing the feed me sign as we see Tony Pollard right there. Zeke telling me this week, my confidence is back.
Man, I was scared as hell when Zeke was down and he wasn't getting up.
Tony Pollard, he said,
my heart skipped about 5 beats. I ain't even playing.
I do need a break on the sidelines, and when Pollard comes in, there's absolutely no drop-off, and you can see that on the defense's face. In the third and fourth quarter, they are worn down, so they like the way they're using these two running backs. happy to see 21 smiling.
Here's Kurtz coming on a blitz. Glenn just has to throw it away. That's something that this coaching staff kind of had to figure out last year, too. Now, last year was a dismal season for a lot of reasons, but Tony Pollard was averaging about 5 carries a game up until the last month of the season. Then he started getting more carries, and that's where he's at now. He averages about 10 carries a game. Tonight, he's got 9, and Zeke's around 20. Today, he's got 21. And so they've been able to get Pollard in there, and he deserves it. I mean, he's a good player. He does good things when he takes the field, and it does allow a guy like Ezekiel Elliott to take a little bit of a breather. It's a great 1-2 punch. Here's Tony, who's had a phenomenal game. Adds to it. Where they have a real weapon in Kadarius Toney. This kid's good. He's really good, and the shame for the Giants is that these guys weren't able to work together. And I know that Joe Judge views the first 4 games of the season as an extension of the preseason. That's the way Bill Belichick's always approached the beginning of the year. But it's
what's up, Matthias? Welcome to the stream.
Guys have had so little time together. When they have their full arsenal, when they get healthy in the offensive line, they've got now the weapon they had a year ago. Here is Rudolph with a catch over the middle.
Mike Lennon is battling. I gotta give him credit, even though they're getting their ass kicked, and he was thrown into the fire literally. But
Galladay barely played, so you're right. They
fighting.
just haven't had a lot of work together, and we're seeing all the
From
time.
a competitor standpoint, you gotta respect that.
The hard part is when you.
But we still beat your ass.
0-3, and now you're looking at 1-4. You know, it's hard to keep your confidence. Here's another one for Tony.
We got a Cowboys fan in Argentina. That's what's up. We got Cowboys fans all over the world. UK, Mexico, Philippines, fucking Germany. I wasn't even looking at the damn TV.
But then came back with a punch.
Somebody punched somebody.
They're still there. Yeah, somebody's just got to. There they go. They're trying. Here's a move first, and then everything happened after it when Tony got shoved and then took a swing. I mean, the moves are incredible. He's had a phenomenal game, and then this. Yeah, he did it with a closed hand, too. That's a good way to break your hand. I was going to say, Joe Judge, I think there's a lot for Joe Judge to be proud of, the way that they've competed in light of all of the injuries that they've had. But this part of it, this will be the most upsetting thing to Joe Judge. Ingram was sticking up for Tony, who was shoved, in fairness, prior to the punch. And, you know, there it is. But New York is going to be involved in this with, you would think, at least one ejection, maybe more. And that's who John Hussey's talking to now.
It's never simple when the Cowboys play the Giants, is it? It's always something.
When we talked to Joe Judge, he said, you know, when I was an assistant coach, I was worried about the guys we didn't have. And I'd say, how can the head coach, maybe Belichick, for example, how can he now worry about who we don't have?
There are 2 fouls on the play, put 1 by each team. Personal foul, 89. Personal foul, 18. Number 89 is disqualified for throwing a punch. Those 2 fouls will be offset. First down.
Yeah, there's the punch by Tony, but just from my recollection of watching that unfold, he did get shoved after the play, and that's why Tony came back.
Yeah, he got shoved.
No excuse for it. He's ejected.
Shove him back. Don't do a punch.
Unprovoked. But Judge now, just to finish
the response has to match the incident.
I just don't worry about who we don't have, but there comes a point where the list just gets.
Like if you bump into me and then I punch you in the nose, obviously I'm gonna have a bigger punishment than you, as I should.
Just throw him down, and then Tony got up and did that. Yeah, he'll start worrying about it as soon as they get on that plane to fly back to New York. And
last week. Who's going to be capable of suiting up? We've got a home game against the Rams coming out. Here's a nice play. Flip to Booker.
Oh, Giants got the Rams next? That's false.
Sloppy.
You just call them 1-5 now.
Holding. Offense number 76. Finger penalty. First down.
It's against Nate Solder, who had to flip back to left tackle for the start today as they played without Andrew Thomas. There's the hold. On Odigizua.
You know, Randy Gregory's frustrated. He's been this close to wrapping up Mike Lennon or Daniel Jones early in the game all day. Haven't gotten him. He's been fingertips away about 6 times.
Target Colin Johnson. Glennon gets hit right at the end of this play once again. So he's continued to be under a lot of pressure. Carlos Watkins is the one who got home on him. He's missed the last 2 games with a knee injury. They're happy to have him back, a free agent they got from Houston. Second and 20.
Diggs getting ready for something.
Good throw by Glenn and pass caught by Ross. Glenn's looked pretty good.
It's 4 down territory from here on out now.
Some good throws. No telling how long they're going to be relying
Yeah,
on
we can safely call the game over now, I think. It'd be one of the biggest miracles in NFL history if it wasn't.
Good protection this time. Pass was behind, but caught. What a good catch for a first down by Ingram. That's 2 good catches here in the fourth quarter by 88. Evan Ingram, he has had some issues with drops. He had 11 last year. And though watching the game last Sunday against the Saints, he made some really tough contested catches in traffic. And we've seen that being one of them. The other one along that sidelines. He's made some terrific catches today.
What's coming from the Cowboys? Ryan throws a lot of contact and a flag as Rudolph was interfered with by Curse.
Damn defense and garbage time touchdowns every game.
The top right there.
We can't never just put a complete statement game together and start the
Defense, number 27.
Always got to give up garbage time. So.
First down.
Which, I mean, I get it. It's garbage time. It don't matter, but.
So that sets it up at the 10.
I would rather have 34-13 or 41-13 instead of 34-20.
Giants will host the Rams next. Cowboys are at New England next week. Lennon throws, pass caught. Cooper down near the 3.
They're going to keep taking time off.
Second and goal. Yeah, Devontae Booker, this is what Saquon Barkley with his speed out of the backfield option route to Booker. Not going away quietly, are they?
No, still trying to get into the end zone, still trying to get points. They're trailing 21.
We go Rudolph and Ingram. Here's Rudolph, and then Ingram 88 right next to him. The 2 big guys. Rudolph, when he was with the Vikings, he was a real threat down here.
Lennon looked like the whole time now to his right. Back to the end zone.
That's the right idea. He started to his left, and then he thought he'd maybe put it up high. One of those Dwight Clark plays. Get it up high enough to where Rudolph could maybe go up and make a play on it at 6'6", but just a little too much.
Lennon playing the role of Jim Montana, example.
That's something like that.
Third down. Backpedaling and one-handed drive Touchdown, Ross.
I might want to look at that.
Gregory with pressure again and a one-handed catch by John Ross. He sure did. When it happened, I didn't think he got both feet in.
He didn't get both feet in. He was juggling. Right there, he's got possession. He's got one foot in.
Getting out of control with his right foot. Yeah, when does he have possession?
Good try, but no cigar, sir.
We'll get the call when we come back. Under review.
It's a nice truck.
Yeah, it's a Chevy Silverado. Check out this multi-flex tailgate.
Multi-flex.
No cigar, sir.
Mom, that's flexing again.
No cigar, sir.
For longer stuff.
Still flexing.
That's right. And it becomes a workspace. You can put your laptop here. You're sending an imaginary email.
Hey, Dad, dinner.
Hey, look who's stopped by Daddy's office.
Wait, you work here?
Chevy Silverado with the available multi-flex tailgate. Find new flexibility, find new roads. Chevrolet.
New brisket at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guapped. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
With Downy infusions, let the scent set the mood. Feel the difference with Downy.
20-fast game. First quarter was over in like 30 minutes. It's been 2 hours and 45 minutes since the game started.
7-night adventures from $3.99.
Halftime and all of that is
today. Come seek the Royal Caribbean.
Pretty fast game.
Peloton, come on, let's get this workout started. Heart rate stays off. We're moving to the mat. Let's go, Peloton. Bring that thunder. As you rotate, exhale. We did it together, Peloton.
Maureen is saving big holiday shopping at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. Food is her love language. And she really loves her grandson. Like really loves.
Well, while we were in break, they ruled that by the time Ross corralled it, he did not get both feet down.
I saw that live. They only got one down. They only just stayed going game up
With the ball after 3.
Maybe I could go be an NFL referee. All the calls y'all be missing. Cowboys too, for that matter.
Despite all the pressure that Glennon and Jones have had, no sacks for the Cowboys in this game for their defense. Glennon gets rid of it in a hurry. Booker slips. And what an effort. But they're going to say he was down as KZ made that stop. I'd like to take a look at this. It looked like a touchdown from here, Joe.
Rolling on the field as a runner is sort of the goal line.
Let's see if his knee was down. Oh, right there. But then he gets up. Yeah. And did he get up before he was touched?
The problem is, with them ruling, and he definitely got up, and he's not down.
So the judge is going to challenge.
Yeah, and that's why I say by not calling it a touchdown, he has to challenge it, whereas it would have been reviewed.
The ruling is a touchdown.
Well, now they've changed the ruling to a touchdown, so he doesn't have to challenge it.
See, he gets that knee off the ground before contact is made by KZ. And this is one of those expedited rulings that's new for 2021, which is a great change. Yeah. My estimation, so that Joe Judge doesn't have to challenge it. It was clearly a touchdown.
Yeah, no, they got it right, and that's good, because otherwise, Joe would have gotten it right, but then you'd waste a challenge doing it, even though there's just 3 minutes left in the game.
Great effort by Devontae Booker. Next Sunday on Fox, Matthew Stafford and the Rams look to continue their hot start. They got that win in Seattle, taking on the Giants. Or other regional action, check local listings for the game in your area. Only on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Well, you look at this schedule, I mean, you see that, yeah, the Giants with all of their injuries, and now they're going to be hosting the Rams, and looking forward, they've got Carolina and Kansas City, Las Vegas. None of these games are easy, but I've got an awfully tough schedule looking at it with the guys that they have that are unavailable. Maybe they'll get a few back. Maybe they'll get Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton, and maybe a few of these others will be okay.
On the way, a 2-touchdown day for Booker. Ran one in and then made that catch. And a great effort to get in. Cowboys are up to defend against an onside kick as Riley Dixon tries it right into the chest of Jabril Cox.
That's not over yet. They still got all 3 timeouts, so we come out here and do something dumb and they get the ball back and score. It's going to get interesting. So
helmet to helmet.
Let's just take care of business.
Jones and Jabril Cox.
He can go for the dagger right now and just go and put him on notice. They just
Jones him. He had to get it off the field, and we just hope he's okay.
I know that's what an elite team would do.
Cowboys are over 190 rush yards in the ball game. He gets 2. Giants fans, they're not going to like the loss, and they demand a lot, which is why Joe Judge is so excited about being the head coach of the Giants and what he's told his team. When we talk to him, there are other markets that, it's not as harsh and as hard as it is in New York, but that's what makes it so special. And it's cliche that there are no moral victories in the NFL, but this Giants team's doing all it can today.
Yeah, sure are. Like I said, I think he's probably, he may not acknowledge it, but I think he'd have to be proud of what his team's done. I think the most probably disappointing thing was the altercation there with Kadarius Toney and what took place there. Just showing a lack of discipline. As much as he prides himself and his team showing discipline, but they're trying to build something. And
the balls to throw it right now.
They like what Joe Judge has done for the organization and what he's trying to accomplish. And then you've got to start getting the players. And they started to do that. Last year they didn't have the weapons. This year they did. The defense played really well last year. This year they haven't been quite as good as they were last season. But then you have these injuries the way that they have. And the guys who weren't able to practice, it's hard to be consistent. It's hard to beat good football teams when you got guys like Sterling Shepard who are so valuable that aren't out there on the field.
Cowboys are over 500 yards of offense in this game. Prescott. Pollard breaks one tackle.
What an effort by Pollard there.
Thursday night, the Eagles will be coming off a win as they beat Carolina, and the Bucs are coming off a win with Tom Brady. There's the look at the 2 quarterbacks, and that's on Fox and NFL Network, starting at 7:30 Eastern on Thursday from Philly.
Yeah, that was a game today the Eagles really needed. You just kind of sense that for it being so early in the year that maybe things were starting to unravel a little bit, but winning cures a lot. And so with a short week to feel good about themselves and then to be hosting the defending champs, looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing what the Eagles have put together.
Crowd serenading the teams with the late great Biz Marquis. Flag comes down here as the 2 teams shove again.
We got another brawl starting.
Cowboys have got a 4-1. Washington football team and the Eagles at 2-3. Giants will go to 1-4. And Pollard had his helmet ripped off.
After the play was over, and this straight roughness, defense, 99.
15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Playing in his 100th consecutive game, they caught that. Well, they caught it, and you knew coming into this game that if the Giants were going to have success, they were going to have to somehow slow down at least this running game by the Cowboys, and to do that, Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence were going to have really special games, and I don't recall mentioning their names. Defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, with the work his group did last year, he got into the head coach conversation.
I agree with you. People's going to try to cheapen it, and I'm probably going to be mad when I read it. All it should matter is the governor.
Pollard lowers his head and picks up 3.
We got back to Dallas Cowboys football in the second half. We were kind of jittery in the first half. Dak was kind of jittery.
Well, so you mentioned it, the Cowboys at what, 100?
We got back to what we do in the second half. That's makes it a good team.
And over the last 3 weeks now,
it was close in the first half. The second half, it really was.
They didn't run the ball very well against Tampa. Not very many teams do. And then the last 3 games to be averaging 200 yards a game, and they're going to be at 200 yards again today. I mean, that's college football stuff. To be doing that. Gets a couple more. And we are at the 2-minute warning here in Arlington. Dallas with the ball, leading by 14 on their way to their 4th win in a row.
Check from State Farm. You here to jam?
Aaron?
No, just an aspiring singer-songwriter with my bandmates. Here to giving out that Rogers rate to regular folks like us.
State Farm has rates that fit anyone's budget.
Is that so? Mahalo, Kiki. In that case, this one goes out to an ex-best friend of mine who took my rate, just gave it away.
For surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Every road has its challenges. We say, bring them on. At Honda, we engineer each vehicle to outthink obstacles, to overcome difficult conditions. We engineer them for drivers who are determined to power through, just like you are. Rise to the challenge with the rugged performance of the Honda Passport, Pilot, and CR-V. Drop that pen. Before you sign that, raise your credit scores instantly with Experian.
Wow, my score went up. Thanks, you saved me money.
Experian. Free. Go to Experian.com or get the app now.
The quarter-pound king in the 2 for $6, only at BK.
On to the Patriots.
And with Monday Night Football on ESPN.
The not so mighty anymore Patriots.
Stream games on mobile.
Power Crossing that they won, man. Say whatever you want about last year. I really thought Bill Belichick would fare better than he has so far.
Calling it the year of the fan at Fox, and those fans that are packed in here rooting on the Cowboys have had a lot of fun here today, as they have seen their offense full display against the Giants. We welcome in a new audience, 3rd down and 5 for the Cowboys, who are on their way to their 4th straight win, and this one's behind Amari Cooper. Here's a recap if you're just joining us, or if you've been here the entire time, or if you took a nap, or if you left. The injury to Saquon Barkley. He left with an ankle injury, then the helmet-to-helmet hit. And Daniel Jones had to get carted off. Amari Cooper with a touchdown catch. Here is Ezekiel Elliott with his first of 2 touchdowns on the day. And it's 34-20 as the Cowboys on 4th and 5. Well, go for it. Try to put an exclamation point or hope for a penalty on the defense. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They ran out Zerline to kick the field goal, and then they waved him back over the sidelines and tacked it, really, and wanted to see if maybe they couldn't draw him off sides and get a new set of downs and run out the clock. You know, here we are 364 days from that horrific ankle injury for Dak Prescott. It was against the Giants last year. A year ago tomorrow, early in this game, Julian Love came on a blitz, and watch this, that right ankle, that right leg, and Dak Prescott able to avoid a sack. If there are any questions about the health of that ankle, with the way he ran last week, the way he's been moving around, everything he's shown, all that hard work that he's put in, he's back. He is back. I said it early in training camp. He may break his leg again, but it won't be the break where it was last year. I mean, there's so much metal in that ankle that it's not going anywhere. But he has worked hard to get back, and he's been playing lights out. Absolutely lights out. (37-20) as Zerline knocks in another 31-yarder.
I was just talking about how fast this game was going. It's so down now.
Inside the broadcast with Joe Buck, along with 3-time Super Bowl champion quarterback Troy Aikman. And off to New England go the Cowboys. New England a bit depleted on their offensive line. They had their hands full today, and Dallas will go rolling in there with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, they will, and it's hard to believe that here are the Cowboys, over 500 yards of offense, 200 yards rushing again, and yet they really weren't hitting on all cylinders. I mean, they left a lot of plays out there on the field, so you start thinking, just how good can this offense really be? And I think they can be exceptional. I think they're a nightmare for any defense. And this defense, more importantly, is only gaining more and more confidence. They can continue to get the takeaways. I just think this is a team that has the makings of doing something really special.
Well, you and I have been covering games together for 20 years. And this organization has not been to a championship game since you were playing the 1995 season. And there's been a lot of talent that's come through Dallas, but they've never really been able to put it all together since you left. Emmett, Irvin, and it's just been one piece that's been missing. And this, to me, and I'm interested to hear your comments on it, appears to be the most well-rounded Cowboy team we've seen since you hung it up, and they play good complementary football.
I agree, and they've got really good players in that locker room and good people with good character. And Jason Garrett, the offensive coordinator on the other sidelines, deserves some of the credit for that as well. No doubt. Working with Dak Prescott, bringing in Dan Quinn as a defensive coordinator. I think the guy who makes this happen is Dak Prescott. I think he's such a great leader and such an unselfish leader. He just wants to win. And I think he's the biggest reason why this team, if they achieve what I think they're capable of achieving, I think a large part of that is going to be
Big Six would get us to 45 or 44.
This team and
just saying.
He demands and commands in that locker room.
40 would be nice.
Earlier in the year, I saw on another network for good reason.
2 division games and 40 points in both of them.
As a leader, sometimes don't give everything they've got around them. And he holds them accountable. This one is caught by Ingram, and Mike Glennon continues to show what he can do for a first down. And I think that's what you demanded when you were playing for the Cowboys. Excellence around you and the same dedication you gave.
Well, I think players just want to know that the highest paid guy is someone who all he's interested in is winning, and it's not about numbers. And I think there's not a lot of those guys, but I think Dak Prescott is one of them. But I think we also have to give credit to Jerry Jones and Will McClay.
Here's 6 from Anthony Brown. Pick 6.
I'm going to buy a lottery ticket immediately after this game is over. My God. I've called about 6 things today right before they happened.
Well, Joe, you're a golfer. You know, those birdies, they come in bunches. Those takeaways come in bunches, too. And when you start to get them, and the way that the Cowboys have gotten them, it really does elevate the expectations, and they do tend to come in bunches.
We've got 12 turnovers, 12 takeaways in 5 games, y'all.
His second pick, his first touchdown.
Do you understand what I just said? This defense that last year was historically bad, one of the worst in the league, the worst defense in Cowboys history. Bottom of the barrel in yards, bottom of the barrel in points, bottom of the barrel in takeaways. That defense has 12 takeaways in 5 games. Dan Quinn got to have all the credit in the damn world.
Jones family loves it. Al Harris loves it. This team rolls. Where I was going, Joe, is Jerry Jones is the general manager, and also Will McClay, of course, has a big role within the organization. But think of the players. I mean, I know we've spent a lot of time talking about the players that the Giants don't have. Cowboys have lost some good players through the first month of the season and have had to rely on some backups and some young players to step in. And this team,
9th straight game with 2+ takeaways, second longest active streak.
And they're really good where you have to be good.
This started last year before Dan Quinn got here. And Dan Quinn got here, and he tapped into something. He tapped into something that these players were already feeling and already wanting. And he gave them that missing ingredient to take it to that next step up.
Football continues tonight on NBC with the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Kickoff is at 8:20 Eastern on NBC. Meanwhile, here, after we say so long.
Maybe if you're the Giants, you just come out and sit on the ball now just to stop the bleeding.
It's coming up next.
I mean, I know as a fan, if that's your team, you never want to see that. Them literally giving up.
You have to think about going forward, and who knows how long. Hopefully, not at all. Daniel Jones is out past the rest of this game, but sure didn't look good, and they have to keep Mike Glennon as healthy as they can be. Glennon's looking for somewhere to go with it. He's a mile past the line of scrimmage, and the pass is incomplete.
Play a game anyways.
Playing until the last whistle, but this is a
man.
Team.
Don't it feel good, Cowboy fans? Don't it feel good to watch games? And we're not just winning games. We're winning games by large margins.
Gets to watch the rest of this on the sideline. Number 2, as he did last week.
Ball beyond the line of scrimmage. By rule, inside 2 minutes. This penalty will also require a 10-second runoff. Will the game clock operator please set the game clock to 1:04, please? 1:04. And we will go on the line.
It's a lot of work for that man and this Giants team with the injuries that they have. They have a star, it looks like.
Like I said, winning games by large margins. Against us, I'll admit, inferior competition, but that's what good teams do. And this is what Cowboy teams of old would not do. We would play down to our opponents. If we were playing somebody that we should beat by 20 points, then we were beating them by 3 in overtime or something dumb. Or some miracle last year with Atlanta is a perfect example.
Head to the showers and get back on a flight to East Rutherford and see what happens. Just hope all those guys that are banged up, like you said, my thoughts and prayers go out to Daniel Jones.
We're hoping for nothing but the best for Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones and everybody that got hurt today.
44-20.
My heart skipped about 15 beats when Zeke was down and didn't get up.
That'll do it. Cowboys have won 4 straight.
All right.
Lost his helmet. Not happy about it. But it's time to head into the locker rooms. And Joe Judge and Mike McCarthy come together. Cowboys are 4-1. Giants are 1-4. Prescott over 300 with 3 touchdown passes.
First 4-1 start since 2016. Finished 13-3. Lost the Packers in the division. I'm getting about damn tired of playing the Packers in the playoffs. Every damn time. It's always something. Always something with them. Anyway. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Post-game video will be posted. I'm going to record. It should be posted within about like 30 minutes or so. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Peace. How about them Cowboys?
Take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next